back to the pod you're looking for. I'm Sam. This is Josh. We've got a little bit of a different type of episode today.
We do.
I think I'm very excited for this one.
Yes.
We've got Galactic Transmissions. We've got Hot Takes. We've got Burn It or Back-It's. We've got Two's a Pair.
We do. The long-awaited return. Two's a Pair's back.
The highly anticipated
People
Two's
have
a
been
Pair.
commenting everywhere. They're trying to get Two's a Pair
I
back.
had a guy throwing rocks at my window last night.
That's right.
When's Two's a Pair coming back?
There was little notes in the
I said,
rocks.
well, you have good news. Matter of fact, come on back tomorrow.
Come on back. I was at a Chinese place the other day, and guess what? I go in. They gave me a little fortune cookie, and guess what it said? I cracked it open. It said, "Where's Two's a Pair?" That's exactly what it said. Dude, people have been beckoning for Two's a Pair.
Oh, wow.
And it is back.
I was walking up the street, and I was kind of recording a voice memo. I was just kind of, you record your thoughts and stuff sometimes into your phone or whatever. So I was like, I had a thought for the podcast. I was recording it. I walked by this homeless guy, and he was kind of doing like the gibberish. He was like, but I got home, and I reversed the tape, and the gibberish, it said, "Where is Two's a Pair?" It's a phenomenon. People can't get enough.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like some sort of conformity gate thing. That's crazy.
Man.
We in all seriousness, we promised you last episode. We do have a guest today.
We do.
He will actually be on very shortly. We're doing our whole Lord of the Rings talk after the re-releasing. We got plenty of hot takes. We've got new segments that we're presenting.
Yes.
A lot of fun stuff. But you and I both, all of a sudden, yesterday, there was like a bunch of news drop / trailer drop that was just too much that we could not.
We got a ton of stuff.
We have to talk about it.
Yeah.
So you and I had to get this out first. So we just wanted to start there. So if you just don't care about us, I know if you're staying for Jonah, you gotta cut ahead like 20 minutes or whatever. But
I think your channel has to get to a certain point before you can put like timestamps in the timeline.
Yeah.
So we haven't figured that part out yet. I haven't figured that part out. I won't put that. I won't put that on you. But I haven't figured that out yet.
But if you skip far enough, you'll either hear him or see him. So.
Well, I'll put the time.
I'm just kidding. You should skip us.
I'll put the timestamp for people who want just the Lord of the Rings talk. If you're new to the podcast, I'll put that in the caption. So if you're looking for the time where the Lord of the Rings chat starts and you want to skip the Oscars nomination talk and all that stuff, just we'll give you the time. But we got some Galactic Transmissions we want to jump into. So do you want to get us going here? What do we got?
I'm trying to think of what I want to even start with, but there's just a lot of stuff. There is recently, yesterday, I think, was when we got a bunch of the stuff on the Oscars, which I think I kind of wanted to get into with most.
Yep.
Because you and I, it's kind of fun since we've been tracking so much of this stuff and obviously trying to keep up with everything news, but also watching all these things. We've gotten to see kind of the landscape change a little bit in terms of just the nominations going forward. So obviously the Oscars, I don't know when it actually they officially do everything.
It's March. It's like
March.
It's like.
But they just revealed all the nominations yesterday. So a bunch of crazy news things. I saw Sinners now is the most nominated movie of all time, which is funny because I almost feel like so far from the early award shows we've seen, it almost looks like they've been getting kind of disrespected in terms of actually getting the awards. But it's funny that they have so many nominations. Sinners got the most. Things like Wicked for Good got zilch.
Completely snubbed.
0. 10
crazy,
out of 10 got
dude.
a 0.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy, man. Can I say, I feel like we're in an era where so many people like so many different things. I mean, especially in years like this, where it wasn't like your year where, ironically, just based off of what we're talking about today, Return of the King comes out and it sweeps the Oscars.
Yep.
There wasn't a movie this year that everyone across the board liked.
Yep.
I feel like there's some years where that just happens. I feel like in years like that, I feel like the nomination itself is almost just as valuable as the win.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some movies that in the past, are held in higher regard, and they're the ones that are just Oscar nominated.
I agree with what you're saying. Because I think there's something to that a lot of these movies get. It feels like people say nobody remembers second place.
Yeah.
And it stinks because what's the criteria to actually saying you won?
Right.
And it's all subjective.
Yeah, it really is.
It really should be more, like you're saying, nomination based.
It really comes down to like however many like subjective opinions just kind of congregated in the same place. It's not really like unless, like you said, it is like, say, the year, I don't even know. The year The Revenant came out and everyone just decided it was time for DiCaprio to finally win his Oscar. You know what I mean? And everyone just kind of comes together,
I do feel like there's something this year, though, as across the board. I think Sinners is the one that most people have universally agreed on is very good. Yes. I think it's that or One Battle, unfortunately. I know you and I have been
much
very
to our
vocal
dismay.
about. Yeah, we don't love it. I do think those are the two biggest. I think things like Marty Supreme, some people don't love the kind of stressful nature of it.
Yep.
So some people just are naturally tuned off that.
Yeah.
But I think Sinners kind of is the one that's almost the safest, if that makes sense. I'm not saying the writing, but across the board, that even the biggest critic I see of it is usually like at least like a 3 out of 5 star.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So, and I know a lot of people that thought it was easily the #1 movie this year. So I think that's deserved that we're getting there.
Hope it wins something.
Yeah. Was there any shocking things to you with it? I'll add.
Wicked not being in some sort of a musical category shocked me.
Yeah, me too.
Because I don't think it deserved to be in any other, maybe costume design or something. But I'm kind of shocked it didn't get even nominated for a single thing. I don't think it deserved to win anything. But like to not be nominated feels like
Ariana was snubbed
as like best supporting actress.
Yeah, as a nomination. I don't know.
I don't think so. But again, dude, like costume, music. There's so many things that could have gotten the nomination that I wouldn't have batted an eyelash at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I loved Zootopia 2. We both loved Zootopia 2, but I'm kind of surprised that like the Shakira song from Zootopia 2 got a nomination and
sure.
nothing from Wicked for Good did. You know what I mean?
I would have put what's it called? The last one that they do.
Yeah,
the
For
Doors
Good.
Song. For Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
The song was perfect, especially for the situation of the movie.
The movie wasn't a masterpiece, but some of the music,
moment
you know,
plucked out is perfect. I think.
And honestly, I feel like the
can't
film music in both parts trumps the actual musical. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a hot take, but
yeah, the one thing I've seen, I think, from the nominations so far that was the most telling for me is I need to go back and watch Hamnet. That was one of the biggest movies you and I both touched on.
Yeah.
That we did not get to. The timing it came out was around Thanksgiving, and there was like 5 other things coming out then. It was just too hard to get to
busy.
the theater. So we really couldn't have.
Yeah.
But dude, it got nominated for like 10 different awards, I think.
Crazy,
so
dude.
we really should go back and check it. That's one with Jesse Buckley, right?
Paul Mescal.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Any other surprises for you? Anything?
I don't know. I mean, you and I are both superhero people. Was it surprising to you to see like literally no love for anything? Here's a question I have for you. We're both homers. I'm a homer, at least for sure, okay, with these things.
Yeah.
Do you think sometimes things like superhero movies and things like Mission Impossible, which are these movies that I personally love that are a bit more like fun for like that crowd, that maybe aren't taken as seriously by most of the common film people, do you think they sometimes get overlooked?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think that's official?
This
or do you
year-
think that's me saying that as like a fan?
No. I think
Okay.
this year might not be the best year to look at and say they're overlooked.
But a lot of times it is the case.
Right. There have been, like Infinity War and Endgame, I think, were such an event, a monumental event, whether, people think that they're roller coaster rides or not. I think that to build a story for that long and to have it culminate into a movie that successful, I feel like for it to not be examined in that way is a little bit of a disservice.
Right.
I think it's doing just fine, public perception-wise without the Oscar nods, but I
It feels
think
like it deserves something.
it deserved something, absolutely. I mean,
There's something to be there.
even if it is just score, which I can't remember if Silvestri got a score nod for that one, but
I don't
would have deserved it
know
if he didn't.
He did, but I'm trying to remember that. I know not many movies have at all. Like superhero movies have barely gotten anything. I think
I'll tell
it's
you,
like 18 total from Marvel altogether, which to me
Yeah.
is like, I'm not trying to be crazy, but that feels a little like.
I would have considered best cinematography for Thunderbolts this year.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least to be nominated. I'm not saying it should win anything, but it's just shocking that they go over entirely.
Right.
I don't know, dude.
But like Superman was a great movie. I wouldn't have nominated it for anything. Maybe score. I don't know.
See, that's where
best
score was incredible.
But I know that there's certain discrepancies where it's like if it's too inspired by something that already came out, like
That's
can't.
fair.
Like that's why Hans Zimmer didn't get a nod for Dune.
Okay, yeah.
Part
Right,
2
because it was already.
because he had reused themes from the first Dune, so
Yep.
he couldn't get the nod for
Yeah,
part
which
2.
is fair.
It's fair, but it's so stupid because the Dune Part 2 score is so phenomenal.
Yeah.
But because of how inspired the Superman soundtrack
John
was,
Williams.
it was by John Williams.
Yeah.
It couldn't get the nod, but I mean, you're listening to it, and I don't know if that
Right.
doesn't fire you
I
up,
mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It really is.
But yeah, I don't know if there were many surprises. I think it's just always interesting. I feel like you learn something new about what really brings home the bacon in Hollywood every year, just based on what gets snubbed and what doesn't.
Yep.
You learn something different every time.
Yeah.
Because there's always the things that you expect to get, acknowledgement and they don't. But
Yeah. The
I don't
thing
know.
I just hope with it, the last piece I'll say about this is I hate when the Oscars do this thing where it's like you pick almost which one you think is the best overall and they sweep. Like, I know that doesn't always happen, but it feels like a lot of the time it's like this year it feels like it's just going to be a one battle after another sweep, maybe aside from Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
And like I hope that doesn't happen. I feel like there is certain realms to this one having this slightly better, this one like it should be more all over the place than it is. And I feel like they almost picked the one that was okay, this one felt like the best overall, so
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I don't know.
No, I agree.
Don't know. I feel like Sinners should win Best Picture. No,
It should. I think it should.
I think it should.
I think it.
Like the style.
If it's that or One Battle After Another, it should be Sinners.
I think it should be.
Yeah.
I don't think any other thing should come close to it.
But there's Oscars talk. We'll have to see. I might have worded that wrong. It's either middle February or middle March. I think it might
Okay.
be February.
Yeah.
I don't
We'll do a segment at some point. I'll plan out in the future that we do our own, not what we think is going to happen, what we would have chosen based on the stuff we'd seen.
Yeah.
And then we'll do our big Oscar show.
Well, we're talking about have we disclosed this to the podcast
No,
listeners
no,
yet?
say it.
We're talking about having a podcast episode based around the Oscars where we suit up. We're going to be in our suits or tuxedos or whatever, and we're going to live react to the Oscars. So we're going to record at night, I think, right?
Yeah. Do you think this will help me get back on the map a little bit now that everybody has seen the only time I've really done something special for the podcast? It was me as a witch. Do you think it'll make me kind of a little more sophisticated that I now have a suit at least?
To combat the green face allegations.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about us dropping more and more episodes is that episode gets buried deeper in the file.
Don't you love that? Because there are shorts occasionally where you're like, I kind of hate how that came out.
Yeah.
And you just love seeing it get further and further.
I actually watched back that short the other day of you and I reacting to it again.
That's so
funny.
funny,
It's so
dude.
good.
Makes you think. What are we
so
going to do? What are we doing this October? Dress up as the ping pong ball and Marty Supreme.
Okay, dude, we had some trailers come out yesterday.
Yeah, we had a slew of them.
A double trailer.
Yeah.
And I want to say this. I would put this on the record. April might be the most generational time for television ever.
It could be. You want to rattle some of this stuff off?
I believe we're getting The Boys as well, but I mean, you and I are not super huge.
Yeah, we haven't seen The Boys. We
we
haven't indulged.
But we got Daredevil, we got Mall Shadow Lords, and we got Invincible Season 4 coming out.
Wow.
All then. And we just yesterday got the trailers for Mall Shadow Lords and Invincible Season 4. I don't know which one you want to start with first, but to me, quick reaction off the top, both blew me away.
Yeah. Let's start with Maul, because I feel like we have less to say.
All right.
What do you think?
I feel like Star Wars is in a place where I don't know how much longer they can keep doing these syndicate group things and making me care, but I was all the way in. I really liked it.
Is that the Maul effect for you, or is it just the way the show looks like it's constructed?
It looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
I see people complaining that they're like, Star Wars right now only knows one animation style. Stop.
No,
I love it.
It had like a watercolor feel to it.
It looked so good.
Yeah, it was creative.
That's
it was
exactly.
Cool.
The blues and the reds they used to combat it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
It's so perfect, especially for a character like Maul.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really good. And I mean, is it another situation with the Star Wars syndrome where we've got it where you're jumping into a story that you kind of already know the ending and you kind of know what set it up? Yeah. But it's
Whatever.
It's what it is. I mean, it's what it is. If they're gonna do a show like that, this would be my preferred one that they do. So I can't stand the people online. There's so many out of touch people I've seen online, and I know it's like you see specific groupings of people going, "Didn't he die, dude? Please."
You're right.
You're so out.
Right.
Don't even comment on this. You have no idea.
Right. Yeah. Which is a whole other can of worms, because you and I both have takes on whether he should have died or not in Rebels.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whole other conversation.
Right.
Whole other conversation. But I feel like if they had come out and announced this show as like a 4-season show, we would have been like, you're dragging it a little bit. It's a 1-part show that's essentially replacing the backstory that we would have gotten in the canceled Solo trilogy, which I don't know if I would have wanted that either. So I feel like it's let them do what they want.
It's animation. And if
you
don't care, then don't watch it.
You know what? And Kathleen Kennedy's out the door. Dave Filoni's in charge now. Whether he's going to do a good job or not, it's going to be another 2 years before we see anything that's exclusively directed by him come out. So this is like the last. This is the last like slow drip of content from the Kathleen Kennedy administration that we're going to see.
But honestly,
and it doesn't even look that bad.
To be honest, I feel like it's almost more Dave Filoni's hand in this too, because that's always been his bread and butter.
Because it's the animation thing.
Style.
Yeah.
So If anything, I mean...
So maybe this is a tease for what's to come.
Yeah, I saw a lot of things about the reaction from the creators that said basically this is something that they spent a ton of time on.
Wow.
So, I mean, to me, it at least felt... I feel confident knowing that this is not like a throwaway project that they just decided that they should probably release still. It's not like The Flash needs to come out just because we're going to get rid of it, so it's either come out or can it. Like,
That's
this
true.
feels intentional.
Yeah,
me.
it does. And I've heard that this, like you were saying, that I've heard that the story, the core of this show is a lot of it draws directly from like EU lore, like what is
Cool.
it, the Dathomir, dark
The
the sisters and this and that, and the witches and the Darth Talon and this and that. So there's like a lot going on.
Yeah.
All of which I'd be intrigued to see.
Yep.
Hey, so we'll see. But
yep.
we'll see.
Yep, but we'll see. Yeah, with Darth Maul Shadow Lords 2
Season 2.
Season 2.
Greenlit coming up tomorrow.
Wow. Written and directed by James Gunn.
James Gunn. So we also have, even more important probably to both of us, is Invincible Season 4.
Invincible Season 4, dude. Oh my gosh.
We're here.
Did that trailer feel like they put way too much in it, in a way, in like the best way possible? There were so many clips in that trailer that I was like, wow, things that you're wondering are going to happen in Season 4, they just show you
They show you it happening, yeah. It's always tricky when it's inspired by something like a comic book that's already out,
True, so it changes it.
Right.
However, like, for instance, to get into it, I understand them showing it. Spoiler alert, and I mostly say this because, like, me and my girlfriend right now are watching through it, so she's almost caught up, which has been so much fun to rewatch.
That's
so
awesome.
We're in Season 3.
Yeah.
We're on Episode 3. Dude, that whole, like, Cecil bit again, going back to see that again, when he's like, and for the rest of you, Mark charges him.
Oh,
It's so
yeah,
good.
dude. You guys got there?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So don't listen ahead for this spoilers of the trailer, because we're going to try and get it out before. But anyway, in Season 3, we never got a reveal of Conquest in the trailer or anything like that. That was all shock. I'm shocked to see things like Thrag already pop up. I know it was announced and it was a big part of it, but I'm surprised they directly are showing so much for it. I'm surprised they showed Nolan and Debbie already, like that they're going to have an interaction. Again, things that you assume are going to happen, but something about actually seeing it feels a little more like, okay, now I'm looking for this and less like surprised in the moment. I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, I trust them with my full life.
100%.
It's still just like, I was surprised that they showed us so much.
I always get surprised and encouraged when I see stuff like that. When it's something like, I'm excited to see Thrag, but I always get excited when they show him, when something like that happens so early on in the promotional run. It excites me because I'm like, oh, he's so much bigger of a presence in this thing that's coming than I thought he was.
Yep.
Because you're already teasing.
They know the importance of it.
There's far more to work with that you don't mind showing us now. You know what I'm saying? It's like Thanos wasn't just in 5 minutes of Infinity War, so they had him in the first teaser. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of Infinity War. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
I always get excited. Same with I'm so excited to see that dynamic again. Just a good show, dude. I wouldn't call this a gripe.
Okay.
I think they might have hyped up the animation upgrade a little bit. Did you hear anything about that? In between 3 and 4, the creators were like, we tripled our animation budget and it looks totally different.
I'm going to challenge you.
I feel like it doesn't.
I'm going to challenge you.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
If you watch back Season 3, which again I'm doing right now, clearly episodes 6, 7, and 8 so much better than even 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, they do. I remember that.
On a massive scale.
100%.
Things like they show a scene in episode 2 of them walking up and down stairs, and it's like the stairs are just like that almost. Versus the end, even the littlest flake of Mark's hair is flapping.
Sure.
I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a look thing. I think it's more going to be consistent, is my guess.
Okay.
I wonder if that's kind of the catch.
Yeah.
I mean, I get your point though that it looks the exact same in a way.
Well, that, and also because in the teaser that we got a couple months ago, the animation looked gorgeous, and it looked nothing like what we had ever gotten before.
You don't think it's the same? I felt like it was kind of looked the same. I thought it looked good.
I thought that it looked far more. Again, it's not like a gripe because I like the animation style. I like that it feels so directly.
That's never taken me out of it. The
right.
animation.
No, never.
Like honestly, animation to me it's got to be really bad for me to notice it, and it's got to be insanely good for me to really compliment it. You know what I'm saying?
I
it
totally
kind of just
agree.
fits in this middle ground usually.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, it's certainly not something that's rubbing me the wrong way. I think just one of those things where it's like, I think I just expected something different.
Fair. That's fine. Yeah, that's fair.
But you're absolutely correct.
Because again, how the heights the show has taken now,
Yeah.
you'd expect them to put more in.
Sure.
It feels like.
Where are you at with Invincible right now, like up to this point? As somebody who hasn't read the comics yet, I think you said you kind of want to go back and read them after the show's over.
Yeah, after it's over. I just don't want to spoil at this point.
Right. Where are you at right now? Where does this stand in your shows right now? Like, yeah, I know you're a big Invincible truther.
I am.
Huge. Like, I like it, but you love it.
You know what I think it is?
You live and breathe it.
I think if season 4 is phenomenal, I think it'll take it to that place that you're talking about. Like top.
Wow.
I think season 2, and again, like I said, rewatching through it, season 2 has its moments of and I almost worry going back through season 1, you realize how awesome it is. You see season 2, you're like, I don't know. Season 3 picks it back up. I hope that they continue that forward, because again, you bring it down into, it kind of helps that season 3 you can really amp it up. And I pray that season 4 is good. And if it is good, because I think it's going to be good, but if it is as good as I think it's going to be, I think it does take it there. I just think you can't have it be 2 in 1. If you have one season it's okay. Again, I'm not trying to hate. I'd still put it at like a 7.5 out of 10 show, a season. But if you can get it where you've got 3 seasons that are 9 out of 10 and up, I mean, that takes you to a different level.
It does.
It really does.
Absolutely. I worry, not worry, but I think sometimes, because they've been talking about how they kind of have been developing seasons 4 and 5 back to back, I wonder sometimes if that means that 4 is going to feel just kind of like a bridge. It's going to feel like a bridge season, where it's kind of just like build up to 5, and it might suffer in quality because of it. Like, you won't be able to judge it on its own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think once 5 is out, you'll have the bigger picture and you'll see this and that. But I worry, because you never want like a season to just feel like it's kind of just there to build to something else. You want to feel like you can walk away and take something from each installment. But
agreed. I think the thing with Invincible that I do trust is they're one of the only shows that is. And maybe some people actually have a gripe with this. Season 1 is the only thing that's contrary to this, is that usually in season 1 they build it all the way through, pay off at the end. They pretty much pay off a lot of things like way quicker than you usually think. The Mark and Eve stuff happens instantly in season 3 after you
pretty quick, dude. A lot
the
of build up,
conquest
and then
thing
it just
happens
happens.
immediately. Again, I wouldn't be shocked to see a thing like Thrag as much as we talk about it. I mean, maybe it's an episode 8 thing. I bet you I wouldn't even be surprised if it's an episode 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Actually, I'll put my money on it. I bet he appears by the end of episode 3.
Wow.
Because they're dropping the first 3 at the one time.
Oh, wow.
I wonder if that's what they do. And he gets like his mini cameo. He comes down. Or you at least see him or something.
Yeah.
I wonder. But they're so good with that instant gratification kind of thing.
They don't
while
keep
not
you waiting.
making it feel like it's just like, oh, here's another thing. Like, it's like you're like, yes, I'm
Well,
glad you got it.
the show itself is just so nonstop in its nature that it's just like even when a lot happens at once, you don't feel like you've lost out on something to look forward to, because there's just another thing that piles up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or another character comes back or whatever. It just keeps going on. How many seasons is it? It's supposed to be 6?
I think 6. They might do a 7th one, but I don't know if they're gonna. I mean,
I'm trying to remember
who
how much
knows?
was like the core show and how much was like spin-offs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, again, I've seen some things about what they do in the comics, and I know there's at least like 2 more things that like could be a season worth.
Okay.
Like that I know.
Oh,
already.
interesting. Like whole storylines, or you're talking about moments.
Yeah, no, like storylines.
Oh.
So I don't know, but at the same time, to your point, they talk about there's a war coming, and we see that shot of all of them together.
They've been teasing it
on
for
the
a while.
field.
Yeah.
I mean, how much longer can you tease the Viltrumite War? And since that's the big overlying story of the show, I don't know how that goes longer than a 6 season.
Sure.
So, I mean, I don't know how you milk it further. So you're probably right.
Right, because then you don't want to introduce a whole other thing, because you've been teasing this war,
that's
like you said, for
that
4
should
seasons.
be the way the show ends, is when the war ends of Viltrum. That's the show.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
And
Do
then
you know how it affects Earth in any way, or no?
What do you mean?
Like how the Viltrumite War affects Earth? Or
No.
do you not know
No,
that?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just know there's a character. I don't even know. I don't want to like ruin anything for you. There's a character.
Something happens to Mark, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that part. yeah. That's not what I'm talking about, but that's funny too. There's a character that you know that's not bad that I think becomes a big problem.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see
I have
if they
theories.
do that storyline.
I have theories then.
Yeah.
You're making me think.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know much about it other than that's a thing that happens for sure.
Okay.
So I think that could easily be a season.
I'm going to be taking my notes,
That's
I'm
right.
going to be counting sheep and taking notes.
That's right. But anyway, we'll move on. Do you want to talk about, do you see all the stuff with Brave and the Bold? I want to talk about this.
Gosh.
Dude.
I cried, I mourned,
Oh my
I
gosh.
moved on.
Take us through this.
The Brave and the Bold, I mean, already production has just been a disaster. I mean, we have our thoughts about James Gunn, but I want to make certainly the distinction that despite the fact that he's leading DC, ultimately this project has been left up to a team of other people. I will put the blame on James that he's putting these people in charge of this movie and then taking his hands off. However, the people he's choosing are just, oh my gosh, dude. What are we doing? For Batman, of all people.
And you know what's funny, too? For a guy that's tried to wipe his hands clean so much of the previous iteration, why is he then going backward?
Oh, my word.
I don't get it.
And said multiple times in front of cameras and crowds and studio audiences, you know, we don't want to make Batman a joke. Like, just because Superman's lighthearted, we appreciate the importance of the distinction between lighthearted Superman and darker Batman. Like, he's talked about this.
Yeah.
And then you put a crew together that almost feels better suited for like a Teen Titans movie.
Yeah.
We got Andy Muschietti tapped for the Brave and the Bold. However, he's been put in charge of this thing for so long without any production process along the way that there's rumors now that he might have to step away if scheduling conflicts arise.
Right, because a lot of people are saying with the success of Welcome to Derry and how well that's doing, people are saying he's got kind of bigger opportunities. Right.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's just going to sit idle waiting for this.
No, and he shouldn't, frankly, because I don't want him here.
So, yeah. there's a lot with this to unpack, this whole thing, because I feel like it's been such an up and down. I said something positive to you last week about Brave and the Bold and DC direction, and I saw this week James Gunn said something about basically, you know, we're not doing the Brave and the Bold thing, which has been a concern of ours. Why are they not doing it now? We're not doing it because we want to respect the Batman Part 2 and put all the spotlight on that. And I went, you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Stock goes back up a little bit.
Yeah, all the way.
And then immediately, this is the news we're talking about. I'm just going to read this and I want your instant reactions. Christina Hodson is writing the script. And for those that don't know, she's done Bumblebee. Okay. The Flash and Birds of Prey. I don't know if you've heard the dialogue from The Flash, but I've had
a ringing in my ears.
That was a general
ever since.
Putting that in the universe. Yeah.
And she did Birds of Prey too. Did you say that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I'll hand up. Not my first choice. Definitely would not be my first choice.
Close. It was close. It was a barn burner.
It's really close. Two's a pair. She's not the two in the pair, but she's maybe the third. No,
I can't honestly say there's a single redeemable thing about a single person that's been put in charge of a thing about this movie.
No.
I'm not a fan of any of the choices.
No, I'm not either.
I'm mortified
about this movie, to be honest with you.
Like, I don't know how many times I can look the camera in the eye and speak directly to James Gunn, but...
Hey, there he is.
Get it together. Like,
I know.
This character means something to people, man.
I know.
And we're gonna put the guy who just...
We're acting like he's Blue Beetle.
I'm gonna pretend James Gunn is right here, and I'm gonna grab him by his invisible shoulders.
Oh, nice. There you go.
And I'm going to shake him lightly, and I'm going to say, did you see The Flash? Did you see Birds of Prey? These movies were terrible.
Yeah, can I tell you what he said about those movies?
He said, please do, because I was about to say it to you.
They were horrible, and that's why he was completely moving away from everything and everyone tied to those movies. I'm glad we brought the person that wrote the movie. To write your biggest character, probably.
I don't understand. Like this isn't a new character you're introducing. This isn't Booster Gold. This isn't something you can just screw with. Like, this character, if you get it wrong... You think about how long people have been dogging on Batman and Robin with George Clooney. People do not let this stuff go.
I know.
And you're putting a movie of high importance in the hands of people who are capable with anything other than this.
Yep.
They're just not capable with an IP this enormous.
Dude.
You have to be smart with your hires.
Yes.
What are you thinking? These people haven't written anything of quality. They haven't directed anything of quality. They haven't been put in charge of or been made responsible for anything of quality. Where are you finding these people? Like, why is anybody from the old DCU administration coming back?
Well, especially from those projects.
That's what I'm saying, man. Why are these people here?
I don't know. There had to be something better to do.
It makes me worried, dude, because it's like you have a good grip on Superman. Okay, great. But, like, I get worried that this whole DC universe is going to just be a circus, dude.
Yeah. And
the fear has not gone away.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's really not a good look, especially when you have the Batman Part 2 coming out in 2027, and presumably Brave and the Bold no later than 2029. So it's going to be within 2 years of Part 2, right? You've got Matt Reeves, you've got Robert Pattinson, you've got phenomenal cinematography.
Yes.
You've got the peak, pretty much, situation for a Batman movie. That's probably going to be unbelievable. And you're going to follow it with probably what's going to be, I don't want to say a joke. However, it's hard to be optimistic about.
You're making it hard for it to not be a joke, you know? And again, like you said, that's a great point. It's not even like you're just making this movie on its own. I mean, it's immediately, no matter how far away we get from the release, it's always going to be stacked up against the Batman Part 2.
Think about what we're doing right now with Superman and Man of Steel. We go, oh, Superman's awesome because at least it's not the character we got in Man of Steel. And I know certain people, and I know you, love the Snyderverse and Man of Steel and the direction, so it's not like that. But there is a large contingent of people that really liked Superman specifically because it wasn't Man of Steel and Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
So now you're going to stack it up against top end. Like, Batman Part 1 is, like, the Batman, the 2022 one, is, like, unbelievably loved.
Yes.
So I imagine the second part is going to be at least pretty similar. It's going to be very highly rated. So then to go down as far as you are, and again, I'm not trying to rag on people and get ahead of myself, but it's just sometimes the resume speaks for itself, and all we can do is judge what we've been given, the facts on the table, and it's just not looking good. It's really not.
I just worry, dude. The expectations around Batman stuff, it just is what it is. They're higher than most other projects because the character holds itself to that high standard, and you got to find people that are capable of carrying that weight. And Andy Muschietti and Christina, is it Hudson?
Yeah, but Muschietti might not even be doing it. That's the issue. And I take him over.
You know what? This is divine intervention. Like, I'm saying, get him out. If he can do it, get him out.
You're that against it?
I really do. Dude, The Flash was terrible. And I don't care if it was studio interference or anything. It should be, there's so many other people out there.
Okay. I just wondered if, I don't think he's a bad, I just wonder
I think for that character he is.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think his creative
Give him Teen Titans.
mind is in different style.
Yeah, I
don't know if he can do that type.
I'm being so serious. Give him Teen Titans or Swamp Thing.
Here's a question. Have you seen the popular fan theory, or fan, not casting, I don't know what the term is for this, but a lot of people want Sam Raimi to actually step in now and do Brave and the Bold. He's been very vocal online saying that he would love to be able to do a superhero movie, and then he said recently, I'd love to be able to do a Batman movie, wink wink kind of thing. Are you in on that? Are you totally out? I'm mixed on him, man. I feel like the Multiverse of Madness thing totally, like, shifted things. So I don't know how to handle that.
I don't know how much I blame him for that, because did you hear how he had, like, he's been on record saying, like, Marvel made him rewrite the script 32 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like that's not even him.
Okay.
But again, he also did Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, but I don't...
Which isn't bad, but it's not Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Right, but he also did Spider-Man 1 and 2, so it's like...
Right, so he's responsible for the best of the best and the worst of the worst. I will
say the thing that's encouraging, though, is if he can do an origin story for one of the biggest characters in Spider-Man, I mean, he might be able to do the same thing here with Batman. I just don't think... I think even, take the director, the writer, the DCU head out of it. The concept of Brave and the Bold is not where you should be starting Batman in this universe. Yep.
He should be as young as Superman, and he should be growing up with Superman. Right. Do Brave and the Bold in 10 years. Mm-hmm. Do not do that to start. Your Batman to start should not be in his mid-40s.
I don't know, man. It's over. It's over. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. They're a couple misses away from, like, DC stuff. Like, we'll talk about it, but getting much less of a spotlight than it does on our podcast. Even
that's what I'm saying.
That's very telling.
For
us.
Yeah, I don't. And you see the tide turning on the DCU right now, and I feel like it's justified. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Like, people, should be allowed to hold their universe to a high standard. Mm-hmm. And eventually the Guardians shtick wears out.
Yeah.
You can't do that with everybody. Mm-hmm. It works with Superman because he's lighthearted. It works with the Guardians because they're jovial. It doesn't work with Batman. It doesn't work with the Lanterns. It doesn't work with it doesn't work with everybody.
Yeah.
So you got to rethink it. You got to reinvent the wheel. I just don't.
See.
We'll see. And that's about that. So
Yeah.
I guess there's the Galactic Transmissions, and
Yeah.
I guess we're about
Sweet.
to
So
we're about to jump into Lord of the Rings talk. Got the
cut
shirt.
it off next time you see us.
Got the shirt. Got the hat. We're ready.
Yeah, we'll
ready
be
to cook.
We'll be ready.
All
There
right,
you go.
let's go.
All right, the moment you've all waited for, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. The
Come
pop
on.
culture activist, Lord of the Rings in-house expert, defender of the weak, and ultimately the biggest knee knocker of them all. A highly anticipated guest. Welcome, Jonah, to the pod.
Hello,
Jonah,
everybody.
Jonah, this is long
gosh, dude.
overdue.
We're so happy to have you.
We are
Thank
so
you
excited
guys
to have
for
you.
having me.
Yeah, we're so glad you're here. So this is
Man.
perfect. We just got to see the re-releasing of Lord of the Rings last weekend. Now, you
In theater.
as you can see the big shirt.
We started it last weekend. We just got out of the theater.
Is that the longest you've ever been in a theater?
Absolutely. by
Okay.
far.
It was like what, 4 hours and 15 minutes or something?
Just a bit over.
Might even
Yeah.
longer
But the
than that.
longest I've been since that is Endgame.
Yeah.
And that feels
That was
like,
like what, 3
That was like a
hours?
I
short
think
film
that was
compared to
exactly
this.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you missed out on Avatar. Oh,
Well,
4
there's
hours.
always next time.
Yes. So we're going to be doing a bunch of Lord of the Rings stuff as promised. But first, we got a brand new segment. Brand new. We have a brand new segment that we've tentatively titled.
Very tentatively.
Very. The floor is yours. So this is brand new.
Yes.
Brand new. I am curious because it's you coming in here, and we've only had one other guest before. Does it feel like, is this what you'd expected to see with the set? That's a question we asked ourselves.
So I'm a Spotify only kind of guy.
Whoa.
Okay.
you can see.
Yep, you're Spotify only. Okay. Yeah.
So I've never seen the set. I've
That's
never
crazy.
even seen your guys'
wild.
faces before.
That's
this is pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
First time meeting us in
Wow.
person.
So does it feel like
So-
as cool as you think it does?
Are we as handsome as you
I
thought
like
we'd be?
it.
That's right.
I like the old school movie.
Yeah,
posters
yeah,
in
right,
here.
right.
You guys
Yeah, yeah.
are
Little
more
Pulp
handsome
Fiction
than
up there,
I
some
thought.
Jaws.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I'm a fan. A lot more professional than I.
Uh-huh.
Sweet, man.
I guess.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be.
Right,
But
exactly.
You got the lights in here.
Yeah, it's very fun. Very, very good. So
Well, the first 12 episodes, we used to take the pants off and sit crisscross applesauce in the other corner of the room. We felt like that wasn't drawing a crowd. So
yeah, we used to. That's where we had the old futon there, and it was just a straight futon.
Yeah.
And so Sam and I would both record. That's why all of our clips and stuff would just be us like this, because we'd both be sitting directly like next. Like we'd be like.
Yeah.
So
And
it was.
my thing is, I used to sit on the thing and I used to put my arm up and I used to
Yes.
kind of drape it over the couch.
Yeah.
And every now and then I'd just be getting very energized and I'd accidentally comb my fingers through Josh's
Yeah,
hair.
we'd be like touching each other. We'd both do it. And it was kind of weird with the setup because you kind of didn't know what to
You
do
never
with your hands.
sent me those clips.
No,
I know.
no, we're
Oh.
keeping those. Those are for us.
That's right. That's
for the archive.
We thought about bringing
Patreon.
it out just for you. Yeah. Special Patreon edition. Special.
All right.
But anyway, getting into the floor is yours. We're going to be going
Yeah.
back and forth. We're going to set this as like a 5-minute thing. So
Yeah.
we're going to try and keep this quick. So quick answers, but we're going in. First thing. Okay. What's your favorite franchise?
I mean,
It's a little
Goes without
self-explanatory. Okay.
for the audio listeners, as I am myself, I'm wearing a Lord of the Rings shirt.
Peak.
That may
Make
or
it
may
easy.
not have been purchased for me in the past 2 weeks.
Perfect. Peak.
Merry Christmas.
Peak shirt. Hey, that's what Christmas is all about.
It is.
Okay. Yeah.
The only true meaning of Christmas.
Capitalism. Spending all of your money.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so one down. Hey, Spitfire.
Spitfire, go.
There
Keep
you
going.
go.
We're flying through. You got one.
Oh,
You got
yeah,
one?
number 2. All right, let's see. We got, what is something random that when people bring it up, you get really excited?
I would have to say we have a pretty close circle of friends that we're in, especially the environment that we're in.
Yeah.
I love metal music, and I feel like the kind of people that we're around don't usually.
That's a
and
good
so
point.
when somebody that I know, even likes a regular metal band or something like
Yeah.
that, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
Hey,
we have become one at this
I feel like every group needs the metal guy.
They do. They
Yeah.
do. Right. They do. What movie do you hate that most people love? Do you have an answer
hate
to this?
that most people love.
I know that's a tough one, but to think through. Do you
I'm
have
gonna
one?
have to bring it back to a classic.
Okay.
I made the mistake of purchasing a film before I knew it was good or not.
Okay.
I bought 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh.
I love sci-fi. I'm a
Yeah.
sci-fi guy.
Yeah, man.
The 30 minutes of psychedelic stuff.
Just not
I
it.
watched it with my girlfriend at the time, now wife.
Uh-huh.
And we were both like, "This is going on for quite some time. I wonder if we can skip through it because there's nothing going on."
Yeah.
I skipped it.
Still
10
going.
minutes, still going. Another 10 minutes. Just about the end of the movie, still going. And yeah, the story, I know it was a cinematic masterpiece with the way that Kubrick decided to shoot that. I'm sure there was technologies in there that were far ahead of its time, but
for that reason, you're out. Just not in. Okay.
It was one of those movies in the 60s. You go in, you get really high, and you have a good time.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good pick. That's a good
Unfortunately,
pick.
we aren't 60s people.
In many regards.
Right. Yeah. Right. All right. Number 4. Your biggest hobbies.
Yeah.
Biggest hobbies.
Kind of already alluded to it.
Right.
Yeah. I went to school for music. I love guitar. I love playing guitar.
Yep.
As I see a lot of guitars in this room, out of frame. I know.
That's right.
You are a player as well.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like you, but yeah.
Motorcycles. I love motorcycles. Mountain biking. If it's got 2 wheels, put me on it. Put me on the 2 wheels.
Okay.
There you go.
That's good.
Sweet.
I feel like we've been talking about going mountain biking for a while, and I still haven't gotten in. Or would you be in on this or no?
Mountain biking?
Would you do mountain biking? I don't know if I can.
I need the 2 wheels, but
This is a little story time.
Why can't you, Josh?
Why? Well, see, this is a story time. I've never said this on the pod, of course, but one of the first times I went to.
I can't believe you've never shared why you don't mountain bike.
This was a traumatic story for me.
Oh, okay.
This was a very traumatic story for me. That one time, I'm totally just abandoning the segment though. Speed run 5 minutes. But anyway, let me tell you this big aside.
Don't speed anymore,
dude. Anyway, it ended up with me being at girlfriend's parent or grandparents' house, like big house, and I
remember this.
Yeah, I went on the 4-wheeler and crashed it. Like, talk about a good first impression going out and doing all this stuff, and then you just go and crash it. It's just, like, worst thing ever. And honestly, it was one of those situations where I'm not, like, a reckless driver really usually, and, like, for some reason, it just took off on me, and I just could not control it. And then, like, you get the controls flipped, and so I think instead of braking, I tried to brake, but I accelerated, and I just flew into the tree. And especially when you have your girlfriend with you and, like, you're Mr. Unsafe. Like, it was one of my worst days ever of all time. It was awful. And ever since, whenever people mention, like, oh, you want to go mountain biking? I'm like, I am out. I am so out. It was one of the most traumatizing days of my life.
Josh's kryptonite.
Yes.
Handlebars.
Handlebar mustaches, anything.
I feel like mountain biking is a little bit more, like, it's more of a recreational thing than, like, a risky thing. I feel like you could have more.
You can go as slow as you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm
There's
saying.
no, like, you can't accidentally start pedaling so super fast.
Exactly.
Fair.
Crash into a tree.
Is it more just like doing something like that in like a forest situation?
Yes, and you know when you go with people, everyone else is like breezing by you. You're not going to try and keep up.
But when you're with other people, if something happens, you got people to help you out.
Yeah, but I don't want something to happen. That's the issue. I don't want to
We'll schedule that soon.
Yeah, okay.
We'll figure that out.
All right, that'll happen. Right?
January, negative 9 degrees.
Yeah, that'll be great. Let's wait until the 20 inches of
snowstorm. Big snowstorm.
We're dating ourselves here.
Okay, getting into a little more movies. Most anticipated movie coming out in 2026, or a couple.
I'm gonna have to go with The Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Yeah,
okay.
that's a big one.
Okay.
That's a big one. We're hyped. We're excited.
As you can see, I'm a little bit of a nerd. I like to read.
You gotta be to be on this podcast.
I like to read books. Have you guys heard of those books?
No. I came out on this podcast. No. Big no.
We're not reading right now. We're on the podcast.
But yeah, that's just like a good classic book, and to see a good like Christopher Nolan.
It's in good
hands. It's going to be a good movie
Yeah.
adaptation.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it. I just hope that there's no raunchy stuff because the book is a little
saucy.
And also Oppenheimer, he kind of dipped his toe in the raunchy sphere.
I know.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to vid angel that one, fella.
Exactly. You mentioned this off air too at one point. You're big interested in Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day too, right?
I did.
That was something you're interested
I haven't heard a lot about that. But
okay.
Like sci-fi.
Yeah. Right up your alley.
Letting it's a good concept. What would happen if aliens were real and the government had to go, ooh, how are we going to tell the United States population or any population? So
no, it looks good.
There you go.
Something I'm excited
Emily Blunt, right? All that stuff.
Yeah. Yep. And Josh O'Connor. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a couple other heavy hitters too, but those are the two. Those are the 2 stars. So yeah, it'll be pretty good. Let me see. Whoa. Let's see. What is your favorite fictional character?
You got a few in there? Well, I mean, I know that's like a tough thing to chalk
This is
up.
a Lord of the Rings themed episode.
Right, so
I'm gonna go
character.
from there.
Give me your character.
The GOAT, Samwise.
Okay.
Wow.
Samwise.
All right.
Yeah.
That's one of your
That's a good
favorite.
one.
And
Okay.
we can go into that
good
another
pick.
time or
Yeah.
now, but
Can I ask?
it is obvious.
Okay. All right. We
Not
have
even close.
We have a hot take about this, so I'm excited to see.
Okay.
I think
We'll
I already
get to
know
it.
your answer, but
We're gonna reroute.
yeah, reroute. No rerouting. But with the character thing, I have to ask. We do feature a lot of superhero stuff. Favorite superhero, if you had to go in.
Favorite superhero? I love me a good Batman.
Oh.
I grew up. I think you talked about this last episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the Arkham games.
Yeah.
Yeah. You play
Lego
them?
Batman.
Let's go, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lego
Let's go,
Batman on
dude.
the PSP.
Yeah, man.
You're sitting in the back
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
2008 Honda Odyssey. Just you're
Man.
barely looking at it. Your dad's yelling at you to turn the light off.
It's like the core
Do I need to
memory.
play them?
Yes.
The Arkham games?
Arkham, yeah.
They're really that good.
100%.
Okay.
What's your
You
ranking?
were saying Arkham
Yeah, what's your
Knight.
ranking?
Arkham Knight's the best.
Yeah.
Arkham
Oh,
Knight's
you
the
do?
best.
Okay.
Everything else is good.
Yeah.
Arkham Knight.
The
Batmobile,
argument is there.
I am a car guy. Motorcycles, car guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when I can get into the Batmobile and run through civilians' cars, that's the dream.
Is that the one you put number one? Which one?
I said City was the best because I love the story. But I think I've played Arkham Knight the most of any of them. I've played Arkham Knight like 4 times.
Okay.
Like, it's been a while.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when I was kind of
Doesn't that kind of make it your favorite? If you go back to it,
maybe
there's
there's
a reason.
I think I like the substance of City the most, but I think I haven't.
sometimes-
I think historically I've enjoyed Arkham Knight the most. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
it is my favorite.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
That's fair. I
Yeah,
didn't know you played
I guess.
this. Maybe I do need to get
I don't
into
want
it.
to. I don't want to spoil
What's
it for
what's
you.
wait,
but
okay.
The way
'Cause I
City
actually
ends.
will play it. Which one goes first? Which one do I need to play first?
Asylum.
It's Asylum, then City.
Technically, it goes Origins, Asylum, City, Night, but Origins isn't even available on
Okay.
the.
If you play them in order of release, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So this is something I'm very curious about. Do you have any takes that we've said on the podcast? Because you've been
Long time
any
listener.
takes that you've either strongly disagreed with, or maybe there's like part of it you disagreed
So
with, or
this is not really a take, but more just something that I see happen a lot in this podcast.
uh-oh.
A pattern.
I feel like
Uh-oh.
emotion and nostalgia play too big of a role in objectively reviewing a movie, and that's I have a
That's a
Bernard
good
or Backett
challenge.
thing. But
Wow.
I
The
feel
guest just flipped it on us.
I feel
He's got his own
like
cards.
I've heard a lot of opinions that are based off of, well, when I was growing up, whoa.
That's a you, man.
Yeah, that's heavy
good.
on me.
It's nothing personal. I'm just trying to hear review the movie
That's right.
objectively.
That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
yeah.
talking about your past and relating that to Nemo is just it's terrible. It's just
I need-
disgusting.
call
I
it
need
out
Cam.
here.
I need Cam on this side. Over here.
I know. Yeah, shift on down. Yeah.
Get that four-man pod.
That's
it
funny. I know. I mentioned it when we did it. Did you feel annoyed about the elf placement that we had for
Absolutely.
Christmas?
Yep. No doubt. You just immediately
we-
threw it out of the picture. That's a number 1 seed movie right there.
We knocked.
First round.
You think it's number 1 seed?
number 1 seed.
We knocked
All
Elf
the
out
way.
for what though? What did we knock it out for?
The Peanuts. Yeah.
Do you think that's a great?
I'd walk
Chat.
back on that. I'd probably
Chat,
walk
agree
back
with
on
me.
that.
Yeah. Hey,
Chat, back me up.
matter of fact.
We make mistakes.
This is a live stream, right?
To our viewers, we make mistakes
We
too.
do. You know,
We're not perfect.
Elf, come on back.
It might look like we're perfect, but we're not.
Bring the episode down. Take it off. Re-record.
Okay, I
Yes.
rescind my Peanuts comments.
Okay, Peanuts is gone. Okay, so
I think that was another one of those
I don't
things that
rescind my-
started
Yeah,
with
yeah.
when I was growing up.
I don't rescind my Nemo comments though. I'll stand. I'll die on that hill.
Yes.
Only because I think that's what Pixar is. You said it once, and it
Mm-hmm.
was like whatever kind of defined your childhood the
Right.
most is the one that you gravitate towards
Of
in
course,
adulthood.
There is
matter how
weight
good it
in
is.
that, but
Yeah.
when you're talking about like greatest Christmas movie of all time, I'm sorry.
It's probably not Peanuts.
No apologies here.
I will say to your credit with the elf thing is for Christmas, so many times you don't actually just sit and watch the full movie. It's kind of something that's there in the background.
Yeah.
It's one of the best to just have on in the background. It really is.
I actively watch that one though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Every
No, that's fair.
Christmas.
That's fair. I'm not trying to hate on that. I'm just saying in terms of everything else, like it's very good to have in the back. It's very
All right,
good.
so next year or this year we'll do another bracket. We'll ensure
Elf will
that
be
in some way,
easy
shape, or form,
winner.
Elf.
And this is why Elf is the best Christmas movie of all time. All time. Okay, But back to it. Speaking of growing up, Pixar movies, whatever. What was your favorite movie growing up?
All right, now this is one that everybody's heard of.
Okay.
National Geographic's Sea Monsters.
Oh, whoa. Are you serious?
Growing up, I loved
Wow.
the ocean. I loved like the Titanic and sharks and
Yeah.
things that little boys love that involve the ocean.
Sure.
And my grandfather, he took me there. I was obsessed with like prehistoric dinosaurs and the ocean. You gonna combine those together? Heck yeah.
Okay.
My grandfather took me to a theater to watch that movie, and there were like 5 people in there. And this was like,
Wow.
This wasn't like a theater. This was like a venue, and they were playing that for some reason. And he got it for me for DVD later, and I loved it.
Wow.
I loved it.
That's cool.
But that was-
I have
that
nothing
was
to
the-
add on
Is
that.
it almost like the Disney Earth ones where it's like a documentary almost?
It's almost like that because obviously you can't film prehistoric
Right, of course.
water creatures.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it was like
yeah.
going through this story of a Dolly Corinnecops.
Wow.
I'm sure you all have heard of this.
Do I need to go watch it?
I have a tattoo of a Dolly Corinnecops on my lower back.
5 stars on
Wow.
Letterboxd.
Wow.
It has story. It has emotion. It
Wow.
has
Huh.
the Dolly Corinnecops.
I'll go watch it.
Everything you need in a movie.
That's
Wow.
funny. Okay.
Wow.
I'll tell you what. I think I could have pulled a million people off the streets and had them sit in that chair, and none of them would say that answer.
No.
That's
No.
National Geographic Sea Monsters. I think I
Wow.
still have it on DVD.
I've got that-
gotta
I
bring
think
it
I-
over at some point.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good answer. That's a great answer.
You're making me want to check that out, actually. Where is it?
Tell you what, Scott, stop the pod. Let's go. Let's go
Yeah,
turn it
yeah.
on.
Probably
Wow.
gonna
Matter
have
of fact, turn it on.
That's a cool answer. I appreciate that more than like Toy Story. Or
No,
something
I
like
agree.
that.
I agree
Yeah.
because it's honest.
I like the
It's
deep
real.
cut. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
That's
sweet.
why it means so much.
Do you return to it occasionally? Or has it been a while? You just remember it fondly?
I still own it. I have that DVD
Wow.
copy
Wow.
in my house.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'll bring it by and we can
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hang it up
see the life that I lived.
right above Samuel L. Jackson's head. Put it right
Sea Monsters.
Sea
National
Monsters.
Geographic.
Oh, age-old classic sea monsters. Okay, sweet. We got a few more, and then I feel like we're cooking.
Favorite TV show?
I'm as vanilla as they get. The Office, Breaking Bad.
Wow.
Oh,
That's-
whoa, wait.
No,
So which
no.
one?
Well,
Whoa.
hey,
I mean,
quality's
I-
quality. It is what it is.
They're very different in
Okay.
certain aspects. So I don't know if you could say this one is better because it's apples and oranges.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if I were to rewatch one again, it's like what you were saying. What do you want to have in the background versus what do you want to be intentionally watching?
Right.
The Office is a background
Yeah,
show.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree
you
with
you
that
can
a lot.
hop in the middle of an episode and be like,
Yeah.
versus Breaking Bad, like there's a story. To
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You hop
commit.
in some random episode, you're like, what's going on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Breaking Bad, you gotta like lock in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You
gotta
have to
lock.
sit there and
That-
not blink for
No,
a couple weeks.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Desert Island, I think I would go Breaking Bad though.
interesting.
If you
Okay.
had to kill
Really?
one, if you
I
had
actually
to kill
think I
one.
would flip it because I think a thing like The Office can last you longer because there's more
You know what?
things going on.
And it's so
like-
long that by the time you're done with it, you're ready to start it again.
Yeah. Whereas like if you watch Breaking Bad, I feel like you're like once you watch it one time, you're like, all right, I need a detox
Guess that
for
makes
like
sense.
a year.
Yeah.
Like when I watched Breaking Bad the first time, it had already come out and Better Call Saul was already in process. So it was like I had to just like I took a time off. I didn't actually watch Better Call Saul right after. I took like a year because I was just like, wow, that was so much happening. But
Do we want to dive into that conversation?
well, I think we will. Yeah.
We will,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
We'll get to that.
All right, all right.
We'll get to that because I know that's for sure something. Last thing I had for you is with 2025-ish / 2024 things recently. I know you were with us at least for Wicked for good, so I know you might have some opinions on that. What was your favorite like recent release? Perfect 10. What was your favorite recent release of like stuff that came out in the last like couple years? Do you have any specifics?
I haven't seen a ton of movies in theaters. I'll be honest with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That's all right.
Well,
in-
you've
in
been
this
you've
time
been
period.
yeah.
But
You're a
one
busy guy.
I saw with you and your dad.
Yeah.
That I kind of I don't think I'd seen a movie since No Way Home, but I saw Alien Romulus with
Oh,
you. It was my first Alien movie.
Okay, yeah. It's really
Very
good.
good.
It's really good.
I haven't seen it yet. Is
You
it,
should
it's
see
worth
it.
it.
Yeah, you should see it. It's super uncomfortable, but also jump scary.
You don't like the gore kind of stuff, though, right?
You know what?
not
It's very
super gory.
It's very the thing with the things that bother me.
I was just about to bring that
Yes.
up. I didn't really dig gore that much, and then I watched John Carpenter's The Thing, and it pulled me in. I think it was like so much of it that it like
isn't that bad though.
no,
I
it's
saw
not.
that
People
not too
really
long ago.
over kind of
And it's like it's older, so
Yeah.
it's not like that's made out of clay.
Yes.
right. That's just
Does that
raspberry
bother you?
jelly shooting out of that guy's eyes. Yeah,
Not really. Like medical stuff. That's where I kind of get.
yeah.
Okay.
Like
yeah,
close-up
yeah, yeah.
shots of them peeling
somebody
back
getting
the
their
skin.
head blown off. Ah,
Yeah.
it's just another
Does
Tuesday.
does the like giving birth like stuff where it's
Ah.
like alien coming out? That stuff like gives me the heebs.
That upsets me a little
Yeah,
bit.
I
If
don't
they
like
like
that.
actually showed that stuff, I
They kind of did in Romulus. It's very uncomfortable.
Do you have the
is
what do they
a
call that? Where it's like a phobia of like stuff with like the holes everywhere.
Triphobia. Or something?
Trypophobia or something.
Yeah,
you got
something
that
like
or no? You know what I'm talking about? Fear of holes.
what's under the table, guys?
All right. Wow. The longest speed run in the history of speed
The
runs.
longest
5
5-minute speed
minutes.
run.
20-minute speed run.
Next time we'll do an actual timer and we'll hold it to it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't
Come
know.
back next week to see the final hour of our speed run.
But hey, you got to be the first guest for it. But the real reason you're here, obviously, as I said off the top, Lord of the Rings expert, in-house expert. I've had some controversial takes on this podcast about Lord of the Rings that I know I was excited to bring you on for. But we just got to see Return of the King. I kind of wanted to go through, get a little ranking of the 3 movies, how each of us would rank them, as well as maybe a rating for each movie, and then kind of as a whole. So I kind of wanted to go through that. I feel like you should start us off. Go ahead.
With a ranking.
Yeah,
The floor is
give us a
yours.
ranking of the 3 Lord of the Rings movies.
The floor is yours.
The floor.
off the rip.
Yeah.
My ranking, just off the rip.
Okay.
Number 1, Fellowship. Number 2,
That's what I'm talking about.
Return. Number 3, Two Towers.
Wow.
That's the way you do it.
Okay. Interesting.
That's how you do it.
Wow. What's your ranking?
I think I'd do the same. I'd go Fellowship, Return,
man.
and Two Towers. I'll tell you what, dude.
Can I ask a question?
You know, emotions
Peek is
are
peak.
okay in movies.
Peek is peak in
now.
there. What's that?
I don't get the disrespect Two Towers gets. I'll be honest
It's
with
not
you.
disrespect.
It's not. It's like
It's disrespect.
I got
Talk to him,
3
Jonah.
things made out of gold,
Yes.
and I like this gold thing just a little bit. It doesn't mean the other things aren't made out of gold.
Dude,
It's like you gotta put it somewhere.
Yes.
You gotta put it somewhere.
Okay. But
I love all my children. Which child am I
But this
taking out of
one
the
I'm-
house last when the house is on fire?
that's crazy. That's crazy. See, it does have a place, right? That place is not third though. I'll be honest with you. Can I say man to man?
Somebody's got to go
Give me
there.
your
And
order.
it's not Fellowship, and it's not Return.
No, it's got to be Two Towers.
I need to make a 4th Lord of the Rings movie
I
just
They
to
do.
put it in 3rd place.
Yes.
The Hunt for Gollum coming out next year.
I think. You know what's crazy is I'm actually kind of torn with my list. I'll tell you what is the obvious thing to me, and this is what I'm excited to say. Obvious thing is Fellowship is last.
Oh,
Obvious thing is Fellowship's
Oh,
last.
that's
Honestly, I'm not even kidding. It's close between Return and Two Towers for me. I would probably give it to Return. I think Return is my 1, Two Towers is second.
just
Wow.
Fellowship
edging it
is
out?
3. Yeah, honestly, just edging it out. Because there's some things in Return is more constant, like things are constantly happening.
Yes.
But there's a few things that I actually wanted to get into because again, I'm infamously I've just hadn't seen Lord of the Rings before really until very recently. So this is my taste, and I don't know how that's ever happened. But me watching Return of the King this past weekend was the first time I've ever seen it. So I have some very raw things I kind of wanted to propose to you guys about just my feelings and thoughts toward it. But there's a few things that I was kind of like, that kind of bugs me. But the movie around it, the rest of it is so good. So the whole movie is better than Two Towers. But there's a few things that I have gripes with that I feel like Two Towers is a little more clean with. Is that crazy?
Okay.
Like crazy?
Go ahead.
Okay, so first off, did not love the Undead Army thing. I didn't like it. I don't love how easy it is that the whole being like the king that Aragorn's going to be to come back and save everything. He kind of comes in and like they basically just say because the sword's fixed, everyone's like, all right, we're good.
But also because he's the true heir.
Yeah, but how do
Like
they
nobody
know
else
that?
can do it.
Because he's the only one that can fix the sword thing?
It's
But
how,
he didn't
how
fix
does
it
a
himself.
ring
They give it
have
to
all
him.
this power? It's the magic.
Yeah, they
it's
gave
the
it to
magic
him.
stuff.
But they give it to him.
I don't need to explain this.
No,
to
no,
you.
no. Well, I do
It's
because I'm
magic.
dumb. But why? Why they give it to him? They fix it for him.
The sword.
He doesn't fix it himself.
It doesn't matter.
Why does it not matter?
Who says?
Why does it not matter?
Because of who he is.
What? It's not
In
like
the
Thor's
line
hammer.
of-
It's not like he can't pick it up. It's not like he can't pick it up unless he's worthy. They make it for him.
It's not like a worthy thing. It's like a symbol. The sword is a symbol of who Aragorn is almost. It's like the two are kind of
Yeah, but there's
one.
That
easy-
doesn't give him the power.
Yeah.
For sure. But my point is anybody could have forced somebody to fix it for them and taken it and said that they were the heir. Why not?
Anybody could have walked in there and said, "I'm the king of Gondor," but it takes having the sword too.
Right,
It's
so-
like
but
they're one and the same.
But why? He didn't get the sword himself. People gave it to him.
They just know.
It's okay.
But why is it okay? I don't feel like it's just okay. And then the fact that he just walks in there and he goes, "Oh, here's my sword," and they just get it. They travel down by ship, nearly in like the nick of time to come in to save the day in the battle. But they literally then run across the the river. Why don't they just run across the river the whole time? Like,
would
things like
say
that.
it's like-
I don't know. It just felt way too easy.
That's kind of funny.
It was kind of funny. They
But
wait.
it's-
Oh, now go. Like
I would
come
say
on.
the sword thing
'Cause
it's
it's a movie.
more of a trust thing because at first they say, "No, we're not doing it."
Yeah.
Like they it's not like they or maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not an undead army, but they
Never been.
They
You're
say no.
telling me
They say
first
no
time?
at first, and then they say yes, and then it's not like they completed this task and now they float up into wherever.
Yeah.
They say, "Hey, Aragorn, release us."
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you said that you were the king and you're doing this. We did our part, and he releases them, and that works. It's
I
like-
just
They have
don't
nothing to
know.
lose. They have nothing to lose.
yeah.
I feel like it may, again, I'm very Lord of the Rings cultured, so I'm not trying to sound offensive here. It felt too Pirates of the Caribbean to me, and not as Lord of the
Because
Rings.
they're a ghost.
But it's just kind of anti what the rest of Lord of the Rings has been, and it feels like
I don't know if it is, dude. You
Is
got
it?
you got the
undead
rings,
army?
the ring race. Yeah.
maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm
ghosts-
just
I feel like
being
ghosts
stupid.
are huge
When he
in
puts
it.
the ring on and he sees them and they're all like
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
spirity
I don't
and
know.
stuff.
Right?
See, this is why I brought this to you guys, so you could help me. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I think there's other gripes that you could have.
Yeah, and I do.
I have a gripe.
I asked.
Oh.
So I gave you your part. It's
Yeah.
time for you to be in the hot seat.
Make sure you talk nice and loud.
Oh yes, your favorite movie, Into the Spider-Verse. Or which one is
Across.
the second one? Across the Spider-Verse. So I remember you saying that
I can always see the smoke
This-
coming out your ears.
this movie, Fellowship of the Ring, last place for some reason because feels like it doesn't resolve. Feels like it doesn't resolve well.
It doesn't.
It does. It's
It
a
doesn't.
continuation of a story. Oh no. Okay.
I-
So your your favorite movie. How does that end? The main character is
unresolved.
in a different dimension
Unresolved.
Hey.
with no way seemingly to get back.
It's so.
Explain.
Hey, dude, the
I
movie's
will
a 10 out of
explain.
10 for me, too, but I'm with Jonah here.
I'm not
The
saying Across the
logic
Spider-Verse
has
is
to
bad.
apply to all of it. Yeah.
I understand, but
Yeah.
I think it's about because Two Towers is the same way. It doesn't technically end either. I mean, it ends
It's-
up in the air.
It's
I
one
just-
story.
Right, but Two Towers has something concretely that happens. You get that final big battle where you see the first defeat of Sauron in some way. That doesn't happen in the first movie. The
Fellowship breaks. The Fellowship breaks.
The Fellowship breaks. They defeat the orcs.
Yeah, Boromir
Boromir
dies.
has his big sacrifice.
But it's for a
He
4-hour
defeats the
movie.
temptation of the ring.
For a 4-hour movie,
Gandalf
it doesn't
dies?
feel like nearly enough. No, it doesn't.
Kind of. Gandalf falls.
But it doesn't feel like enough
Nice.
of a conclusive thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Whereas in Across, everything
Super conclusive.
but everything is totally
Main character
fine.
is
no,
in an abyss
but
and doesn't
everyone
has
is
no
fine.
way to get back.
Everyone is fine,
conclusive.
and then all of a sudden, like you think they've got the control the whole time until everything falls apart on them. Literally everything falls apart. That now you're left in this place where you thought you were here, and now you're completely in a different galaxy and how you feel with the way the story is. It feels so different from where you start at the beginning of the movie.
How is that different than Fellowship?
Because it's
You're
not
saying
that
because the
different.
Fellowship feels like an incomplete thing the entire time, it feels like a journey incomplete.
Yes, because-
but if they end up in the same place, though, it doesn't. They're no different.
The thing of Gandalf not being there and dying.
Spoilers
and the
alert for,
Fellowship.
yeah, I know.
That's
for
been out
people
for
like
50
me.
years.
I know. People like me. But the thing with Gandalf and the Fellowship breaking doesn't directly change anything about the objective, or does it hinder it? Maybe a little bit, but the Fellowship had to break at some point anyway to be able to get into Mordor because they show it that they want the hobbits to go in kind of undetected.
Yeah,
where
so
it's
there you
like-
go. You get your resolution there.
Well, then what's... You know what I'm saying? There's not really much concretely that actually affects the story that much outside of them
The
just...
Fellowship breaks.
But it sets
Frodo
up
and Sam have to
its
go on their
entire
own.
setup. Its entire setup. There's not much payoff. Across the Spider-Verse has actual payoff of, holy cow, Spot now, there's this new villain that they've just created because they were looking past him
But I still feel
and
like
the
that's
canon events and all
build
this
up,
stuff.
though, dude.
So I just disagree. I think there's just more concretely that changes in the story to make it feel worthwhile of, boom, this happened.
Lord of the Rings was not originally a 3-part thing. Like,
Yeah.
Tolkien didn't write it as this book, and this book. It was just one giant thing, and they separated it because people didn't want to be reading
Which is fair.
2,000 pages.
Yeah.
So there's a part where there's a time where we have to separate the story from the movie itself. We can't, I feel like you can't say this part of the story is like chopping it up into little bits and saying this one is incomplete and this part is incomplete and this part is incomplete. Of course they're incomplete. It's one story. Versus
Fair.
like Star Wars was not originally meant to be a trilogy.
Didn't know. I think it was 2 movies. I think. Yeah.
It was 2 movies.
Yeah.
It was not designed. I don't think I'm not.
It was one movie, and then it was going to stop at 2
Right,
because
right,
Harrison
right,
Ford
right,
didn't
right.
want to keep doing it. Yeah.
It wasn't written as those 3 original movies.
Right.
So I can see how somebody might have that opinion about the first Star Wars movie, but with one full story that's just split up into 3 parts, and with Across the Spider-Verse, that's just a standalone story.
Yeah, I get your point. I really do get your point. And
Well-
I think that's a fair thing with the Star Wars thing.
I think that's the thing with Lord of the Rings. Now that you have the context of the whole story, it's basically you don't you don't judge them whether they cut off at a certain point or not, and the story feels incomplete because you know the whole story. It's meant to be one continuous thing. It's which part of the journey do you kind of enjoy the most?
Yeah.
I guess.
Which that was your first time seeing
Right.
the whole thing. So now that you've seen Return,
It doesn't change. Doesn't change the opinion. Again, I would like to make this very clear. I understand that these movies are very good, and even my rating of Fellowship is. I was kind
It's
of
still very
joking to
high.
poke you. It's still high, right? I still understand that
think
it's
it's a
good.
bad movie.
I just don't. Yes. I just don't. That's more like a. I don't know how to say this. It's just the reason why it's not perfect or anything like that. And I think that's the reason why it's not higher than the other 2. Because it just feels like you get a lot less payoff than you do in the other 2, for sure, by a mile. And it's also... I mean, I watched the extended cuts for all 3 of them, and it's like 4 hours long plus for each one. And you're like,
Yeah.
dude, watched 4 hours, and it's another scene of Pippin and Merry just sitting there talking to the tree. They're riding on the tree for like an hour and a half of screen time. It's
Tree stuff is
crazy.
pretty-
That to
But
me
that's
is
in
why
your
2 Towers is at the
second
bottom.
favorite movie. 2 Towers.
It is
Huh?
in my. It is. That's a good point. Maybe, you know what? 2 Towers is last.
Oh,
It's last.
Progress.
Fellowship is 1.
Progress.
Number 1.
We're moving up.
we won.
It's back to 1.
We defeated him.
All the way up. All the way up. Okay, so if you had to give a ranking from the trilogy, like what would be like your overall rating?
Yeah,
The
a
one that I
rating of-
gave
Like
before?
a rating for the 3.
Yeah, like a
Or
rating
like a
of-
rating,
like
not rating.
individually.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, how would you rate them on a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah. Like what would you say? Like all 10?
10 and 10.
Really? All 3?
9 and 10, 9.9, and a 9.8.
Wow. Wow.
I have a very high opinion of this franchise.
Okay. Yeah.
If I had to
That's
sit
very
down and
fair.
think about it, I guess maybe the trees kind of brings 2 Towers down, maybe to a 9,
Okay.
9.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say the exact same thing. Yeah.
But
That is. It drags way too long. It really does.
Return is gold.
Mm-hmm.
Fellowship, gold.
Yeah.
A little bit of platinum in there.
Yeah.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
For me, I think it's 10, 10, and then 9.5. It's really the trees. It's the ents. I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't do it sometimes.
Okay.
The Treebeard just talking and how like he talks slow. I understand it's like part of like the mythos. I'm just like, dude,
Yeah.
come on.
I'd probably go
Yeah,
like.
the sun's going down. I gotta keep, I got stuff to. I gotta pee.
I'd probably go like 9.5, 9.2, like 7.8.
Oh,
Is that
the
crazy?
7.8 being Fellowship.
Yeah. Probably.
you
That's
think
not
it's
a bad
not-
rating.
That is
That's
a
very
terrible
fair.
rating.
Fellowship,
No, it's terrible.
dude. That's basically an 8 out of 10.
All right, man. I'm not doing this pod ever again with you guys. I didn't know you were gonna say that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just how I feel.
Dude, that's kind of crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I don't.
Can I take a moment and do the like an unusual thing for me? I'm not even trying to be like
Huh.
like I understand. I get why people like it. I'll say it. I get why people. I just personally didn't like it as much as the other ones, and I think it's a 7.8 in terms of my enjoyment, especially when you do extended. I do wonder. I know everyone swears by the extended. If I watched the shorter version, that's just the original. Do you think I would like them better?
No.
Okay.
I think
there's so much context that's
like
really
like probably this would shock you. Like Saruman doesn't even die on screen in Return of the King in the original.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you don't even see his death. He's just
What?
dead. He's just dead, and they talk about it.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Dude,
Why would they do that?
Isn't that crazy?
We should watch the original one.
Are you serious?
Yeah. There's so much missing. Yeah.
I don't love the way he died. Is that crazy?
Well, then you would hate that there's no death at all in the theatrical.
But I feel like that was, I don't know. He was built up very cool, and then he kind of just instantly, it felt like the Thanos and Endgame thing. Where
he's reduced to the madman on top of the tower.
Yes.
It took a long time. Like, there's a whole movie behind it. He had to lose this battle, and now he's trapped in the top of the tower.
That's fair. Very fair.
If you look at it, just Return of the King, oh, he's there and he gets stabbed.
I just kind of wish that happened then in Two Towers, if that was what was going to be the case, I guess. Because that feels more like part of it.
Separating this movie from the story.
Yeah.
Like, it's one story.
Yeah, it's a useful device for the third one, though, because it shows that while Sauron is increasing his chokehold over Middle-earth, there's holes where his reign is kind of cracking a little bit.
Yep.
It's starting to kind of loosen a little bit, and you see it, like, and that's what drives the characters forward.
Yeah,
because their motivation comes from the little victories until they get the ultimate one.
Yeah,
like Sauron, his forces are mounting. They're going to overrun Gondor. However, Saruman just fell and landed on a pike. So it's like, we'll take what we can get and keep moving on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. Can I issue one last thing that I wanted to kind of get your guys' opinions on? With the Sauron thing, I feel like he was built up awesome, and I kind of felt like the whatever his name is, the Witch King,
Angmar.
I was disappointed in how little he was used.
No?
He's very cool how he just
Witch King?
Yeah, the Witch King. He snaps Gandalf's staff.
I think Angmar is the Hobbit.
Okay.
He's used throughout all of the movies. He just now has the helmet.
But I mean, I guess in return.
Okay.
Because you see in the Fellowship of the Ring, they show it that scene where he's at the final or the first battle of Mid-Earth, right? And he's like the main guy that, like, when they killed him, the war ended, seemingly, according to that. I mean, they didn't say that, but it felt that way with what they're kind of showing you. And I kind of expected him, with the way it's Return of the King, right? Aragorn, I kind of expected it to be like one final, like, Duel of the Fates kind of style battle to finish it. And I was kind of underwhelmed with how quickly he dies into this movie once he's finally revealed as what he is. And I thought he was going to be more of an embodiment of Sauron himself. I was also kind of annoyed a little bit with how Sauron sees the two hobbits coming down in Mordor. He sees them, shines his light on them, holds it, and then he gets distracted and never decides to go back, and then they end up being the reason he goes. And I get it's like, oh, the hobbits, they're too whatever, like they wouldn't do anything, I guess. But why would two hobbits just be in the middle of Mordor? And him being distracted when all of his army surrounds them, he can't all of a sudden. It's like you're like, oh, what was that thing? Oh shoot, they're already too late. Like I feel like that was a little like weak. No,
that is one scene that I was the first time I saw that I was confused.
Okay.
I think what it is he's just because it's slow-mo, right?
Yep.
Frodo goes, no.
Yep.
He just misses them.
Just as it skims over.
And he's like, oh, okay. And he's like, did I just see something?
Yes.
And he's like holding it. He's like, is there a bug here or something? And no.
But you're right. The way it shows it, it's like he's just like...
It looks like he sees them
like Jonah was saying, it lingers so much on them that you're led to believe that it's like he's watching them. He's actively watching them.
You know what? I'll be honest, that helps me a lot.
Yeah,
because that really bothered me, and I feel like that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
If that's what happened.
Yeah. And can I... There's actually... Peter Jackson had filmed and edited a deleted scene where a physical Sauron came and fought Aragorn one-on-one at the Black Gate. And it was cut because the whole point is Sauron needs the ring to channel the power to put himself in a physical form again. Like, that's the whole driving force of why he wants the ring.
Yep.
So it defeats the whole purpose of why any of the characters are even there, because if he can just do that, like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, the point is he needs the ring because he's been reduced to the eye on the top of the tower. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it would defeat it, because it's like, well, he's right there, though, so then what are we doing? What's the point in throwing this into the fire if he's already back? It's like, what are we doing? You know?
In this sort of duel of the fates that you're describing. Like it's disappointing that there isn't a one-on-one battle that's extended that you get to see everything, but it's more of a man versus evil. Like the race of man is facing this evil entity, and so these battles, there's so much back and forth, and somebody takes the upper hand, and then somebody else takes the upper hand, and it keeps going back and forth. Those are like your sword strokes. That's every slash. That's every time that somebody falls down on one knee. It's not a duel in the sense that you got two people with weapons and they're fighting one-on-one, but it's a greater duel.
Right.
It's the moral fight. Yeah.
Which I can understand if you don't like that.
No,
like
I
that
actually, I really appreciate the explanation. That helps me out a lot. Is
this time where we boost it up to a 10?
I will. I'll say it's a 10. I'll say it's a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
I'll add it up. I think it's
Fellowship,
at least
right?
9.8.
You gotta have Fellowship at least an 8, dude. That's the
I said 7.8.
Yeah,
I said 7.8.
The Fellowship is the best ambiance and the whole. That's like the old
sets up the universe,
dude.
But okay, well,
oh my gosh, dude!
You
tell me you don't want to just sit in the Shire and just hang out, dude. Oh my gosh.
Let me start with the return thing. I'm glad you said that. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. I think then it leaves me with, I guess the way I would say it is then disappointed we didn't get the thing that I was saying before. Not a gripe. Is that better?
Disappointed that there wasn't a physical Sauron?
No, at least that the Witch King didn't have like a bigger.
Oh, I see.
Off.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. Because I think he's pretty prominent in the book.
Yeah,
very
and obviously
powerful.
I know he's very prominent through the movies, so that's why I felt like it was more of a killing him would be a bigger, harder task than it was.
But like you said, you didn't know that in the beginning.
Yeah, right.
You being the first to watch this.
Look at
you
this,
being
man.
the cross-eyed drooler that you are.
See, we have you on, and look, there's peace. There's peace.
Harmony. I feel like I need the Shire theme to just start playing in my room somewhere.
That's right.
Through
You
the
guys
vents
got it over there.
I know, we got a little thing going on the TV.
Do you think maybe if I could turn and see it, then all of a sudden I'd feel Fellowship would be up to an 8.5?
Fellowship would be at 8.6. Well, there you go. It's settled. Then, again, like the characters in the movies, moral victories. We got you up to a 10 out of 10 for Return of the King. The way it should be.
Yeah. It's very good. So I'll go definitely Return of the King, Two Towers, Fellowship.
Okay.
But again, I will contrary to my early podcast days, I will take back all those old takes that I had a bit of hating. You know, there's no
all
hate.
of them.
No hate. I swear. No. This guy zero hate. Absolutely zero. Absolutely zero.
Lover, not a fighter.
That's right. I do have just wanted to bring it back. Special guest. We got to bring it back. Little twos, a pair.
Oh, it's the long-awaited.
What's that sound?
You hear that?
What's that sound?
You hear that?
Oh, it's a little twos, a pair.
The homeless guys are chirping again.
I missed that.
That's right. Just a simple one. Just wanted to.
Crowds are cheering. The people are buzzing.
Time to do 1.5 speed, guys.
Yeah. Could you give us your two favorite and two least favorite Lord of the Rings characters?
Favorite,
I'm curious.
Favorite? So I said before, Samwise. He's
the GOAT.
Number one.
Understandable.
And again, as vanilla as they get, Aragorn. He's
okay.
He's
not too perfect for you.
That's fair,
humble
dude.
ranger, slowly coming up to become the king and doing what he was made to do.
Yep.
He established his family lineage. He defeated who he needed to defeat.
Yep.
And wasn't a pompous jerk throughout the whole thing. So
he feels a little too perfect to me, but I get. Yeah, he's obviously great though at the same time. You know.
But it's like when you think something's too perfect, there's another side to it. There's no other side to him. He's just great.
Know, but
he's just awesome.
Yeah, no.
Are you saying that's what bothers you though?
Yeah, I think though I kind of like when they're a little bit more of like conflict.
You're jealous of his hair.
But I usually like when there's a bit more of like a conflicting side to a character, and they're like less just one-dimensional.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good pick. Good picks. Well, who are your two least favorite?
Two least favorite. This is, I mean, obviously you have villains you want to hate, but Gollum is such a great villain. I
In like the
cannot
best
put
way
him
you
in.
hate him.
Yes, like
Okay.
he is a good. You hate him. You hate him. The villains that you genuinely hate.
It's
and you're not
frustrating.
like,
Yep.
you understand why he is that way. So to answer your question, not at all. Not Gollum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
I need some time to think on this.
Okay. Yeah. What would you
I don't
do?
know if I did.
For favorites, I'd say Gandalf. Gandalf. I mean, just so many. It's rare where a character in a medium like cinema, like actually has those like lines or those pieces of dialogue that like inspire you just in your general life.
Yep.
But this is the big exception for me. I like find myself thinking about like some of Gandalf's like one-liners like frequently throughout my week. Like he very very just an inspiring character, just a character who's like this heavenly presence in the world of Middle Earth, but who's chosen to live amongst the people and kind of share in their hardships. It feels very sacrificial, and it feels very I think us all having like faith backgrounds, I think you kind of make those connections and you just feel like a kinship to characters who have that, you know.
Yep.
And then I think I'll echo Jonah here. Sam is absolutely in the conversation for me.
Yeah.
I think you know, there's not one of us you know who go through things in life that like you know, when somebody swoops in like a Sam in our lives, like it's not like the biggest pick me up you could ask for. Like everybody needs a Sam. Everyone has one that they can, you know, point out, whether it be a friend or a family member. And so like I just always have admired Sam and his the scene where he picks Frodo up and he carries him up the mountain has gotten me. I cried.
Can't carry the
I
ring,
saw
but
some tears coming
dude,
out.
I will always
carry you.
I will unapologetically
really
cry at that scene
really
every
good.
single time. It's so good because it's like you, again, at the risk of sounding, you know, buying into my own weaknesses, you do make those like emotional connections to people in your life.
Yep.
You know, I know. Again, I'm buying into my own stereotype that I've
No,
developed for
but
myself.
I think it's
What's
fair.
your name again? Everybody needs a Sam in their
that helps
lives.
too. That helps too. That helps too.
I don't
But
think there are any Joshes in Lord of the Rings.
No. Bible.
hey,
That's right.
That's true.
Hey.
Even better.
Even
There you
better.
go. There you go. But yeah, I'd say Sam and Gandalf.
Okay,
What about
that's
you?
a good pick.
I'm curious.
Yeah,
about you.
I want to
Fresh
go
off
a little different, just because I know those are like the I don't know, whatever. You know who I really like?
Everybody
I like
loves
Mary.
Samwise.
I love Mary.
Mary's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Mary's good.
Same
Especially in
actor
the last
from-
movie.
Same actor from Lost, so it's funny to see him be such like a hardcore whatever character, and then go to be
You
like,
all,
a hobbit that's, like,
everybody!
yeah, so cool. He's really good. Obviously, Gandalf. Ian McKellen's just so good. He's just so good.
He's awesome.
Yeah, probably him in there if I had to go just straight. But
I'm excited for you to see him in The Hobbit too, because
Yeah.
even though the Hobbit movies don't really hold a candle to Lord of the Rings, they still.
yeah.
I mean, he's like one of the major
Really?
bright spots.
really, yeah. He also just gotta, from like aura standpoint alone, love Orlando Bloom's Legolas, man. Mm-hmm. Dude, he's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He's so cool. Every movie you watch him and you're just like, this guy rocks. You
My-
know what I'm saying?
My wife is going to hear this and she's going to hate that. Cause
Why?
That is probably her least favorite one of her. Because she
What?
just thinks he just walks around and he
like
just
one-dimensional?
says things that are happening. Like, the wind is coming from the west.
Okay, that's fair. He does
we
do
need,
that.
we need to
That's
move
a good
towards...
That is a good point. But he's still. But it's like, I don't know. It's like the. Have you ever seen the flirting versus harassment meme? Where it's like the. I know this sounds off, but it's like the. I don't know. Anyway, maybe I should. Whatever. But I feel like he's just set up where he's like the guy that, like, even though it seems a little cringy, but because it's coming from Orlando Bloom, you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I
give
guess
it
that
to me.
makes sense.
The wind is coming from that way.
And again, to quote it again, but in a positive way, it's the Pirates of the Caribbean rub, dude.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Tell you
I've
what.
always told you I love having a little Pirates of the Caribbean feel in Lord of the Rings.
That's
if
hey.
there's something I've said.
That's what it's all about. That's why Lord of the Rings is so good, because it's sitting on the back of Pirates of the
That's
Caribbean.
right. Bring me more undead army. I do still dislike that part. but-
So least favorite character. Back to
Right.
least favorite character.
Yes.
I got mine now.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is
Give it
one
to me.
that I knew was there.
Okay.
Eowyn. The
Yeah.
thirstiest
Interesting.
person on planet
gosh.
Earth.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, she's unbelievable.
Bro, he's taken.
Oh,
and I'll be fair.
To be-
Aragorn, like, he kind of eggs her on.
Yeah,
He, like, touches
he's toying with her a
face
little bit.
and is like,
Yeah, holding her hand when she's sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But multiple times, the soup scene, so funny. Funny scene in
Wait, which one?
Where he tries the soup and he's like,
Oh, yeah.
I feel bad for her now. But Eowyn, sorry, get her out of here.
Gone. One's got to go.
Number-
I am no man. I'm also no favorite either. So
Gone.
time to scoop.
Number 2. This is gonna be. You're gonna have to clip this one.
Okay.
Frodo Baggins. Frodo
Wow.
Baggins.
This is a conversation I wanted to have anyway, so this is very
Wow.
good.
Like,
Okay.
To go
Wow.
with Samwise, he
He's the
I guess
antithesis.
he's got the burden of the ring. His journey is so hard. But if it weren't for Samwise, Mordor would have taken over.
Yeah.
Middle Earth would be gone.
Mm-hmm.
He miffs it. He doesn't trust Sam. He trusts the weird creature thing that he knows wants what is on his neck repeatedly. And, yeah, sorry, Frodo.
Yeah.
The baggiest baggin'.
I'm going to get you a custom pod shirt, and we'll have the little logo, and then it'll just be the baggiest baggin'. Where were you going to take that?
Well, it's tricky because I find myself every time I watch the movies, especially Return of the King, just feeling so consistently frustrated with Frodo and the choices that he makes. However, I question whether or not any of the other characters in his situation wouldn't have acted the exact same way.
Or worse.
So I almost think as a character, it's not that I hate him as a character. I hate him as a result of his circumstance, I think.
Yes. So
you know what I mean?
You do hate his story, his direction.
Exactly. Like
not what he does, but like
I'm gonna use like an extreme analogy, and I don't mean for this to sound weird, but like it's the only way I can put it. Like if say you have like a friend who's like addicted to drugs or something like that. It's like you don't hate the friend. It's just but but it's like the circumstances that they're in. It's like you feel yourself. You feel like a pull. You're pulling away.
Yep.
Like I feel that with Frodo a little bit. I don't dislike him as a character because I'm sure that if Merry had the ring, he would be the one making the bitter choices and being selfish with it and this and that, and he'd be trying to go wayward. And Frodo would be the leader he is in the beginning of the movie.
Pippin can't even handle the eye.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like so I just but the circumstances he finds himself in and subjects you as the viewer to, you just kind of are like, when he puts the ring on in the volcano, I'm like, you're a clown.
Come on, man.
It's
Yeah.
But it's hard not to hate him.
Exactly.
In a way.
Yeah, it is.
Also at the same time, it's because of
The things he goes through.
Yeah, it's like the I don't know.
You can't blame him.
It's like the burden of trying to be the good guy, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the thing is like you can't be the good guy and be the person that saves the world kind of thing.
Right.
I don't know. That's him, you know.
And I'll say when he gets on the boat to go to the Undying Lands and he turns around and you see the same look of joy that he used to have in the beginning of the first movie, like it just feels like a full circle moment where it's like any frustration I feel personally that I had with him throughout the course of the trilogy like washes away.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, Frodo.
Yeah, do you feel like
fair.
your dislike is pretty much just because of the character he has to do, or do you feel like you dislike the acting, or I mean obviously the acting's great, but you know
he's a fantastic actor. We're talking about least favorite fictional characters. Like
right, okay,
I don't think
just
there's
the function of him.
Bad actor in this franchise. Like a main actor, maybe one of the extras sneezed or something.
No.
But like kind of what you said, like you see that person that's going through that thing and they make the wrong decision, you just go,
Yeah.
You can't. It's like what you said. Would anybody else have been able to do it?
Mm-hmm.
In the end, the ring was destroyed.
Right.
Not by Frodo's direct actions, but the ring was destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Makes you think. Something to think about.
It
think
does
about that
make
on
you
the ride
think.
home.
It
Let us
does
know.
make you think.
We're opening up the multiverse in Lord of the Rings. Different dimensions.
Wow.
Yeah, which brings us right back to Spotting Across, the best movie. Right back. No, I'm
Who
just,
would your least favorites be? The two least favorites.
that's a good pick. I would have said him probably. Frodo.
Frodo?
He's,
Okay.
He's hard to deal with, but again, I get it.
Okay. There's
He's
one.
just so many times I was just punching the seat, like, dude. All right, man, I get this guy out of here, off my screen. You know who was just really over irritating? I understand, again, it's a situation of him doing his role well and fitting the character. I hate it. I don't even remember his name, so I'm going to sound bad. But the dad of Boromir and Faramir, the king, the king guy,
yes.
he's so irritating, and I
Yeah.
feel like his everything on screen, it feels like he kind of serves. I mean, he serves a purpose to the movie. I don't mean that, but it almost feels like as just like for the story, he feels like he serves no purpose, and you're just like, dude, this guy's so irritating. Like, just get over yourself, man.
But again, it's just like you
it's
said.
the Frodo
It's
thing
it's
again.
how well it's written.
Yes.
It's like
good
right.
villain.
right. You're just a guy I love to hate.
You should want to hate him. That's
Yes.
the point.
Mad.
Right.
Yep.
But it's just so he's doing it well, but it's like you're like, dude,
Yeah.
get off my screen.
Yeah.
Off my screen. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's annoying. He was frustrating. I feel like, again, yeah, like you said, I mean, all the acting performances. As somebody, it's interesting because growing up on these movies for you guys, I'm sure, it can be a little more like, for me, like watching Star Wars, it's easier to be oblivious to some of these things. And as somebody kind of coming in as an outsider to just watch it a bit more objective now, like the acting is phenomenal all across the board. Like there's really nothing you can kind of scratch your head at and look at or anything like that. It's really just good. So
I am kind of glad that you haven't grown up with these movies, so you can give a bit more of an objective take on it. Your brain is a little bit more fully developed than a... Although...
That's the part of my brain that hasn't developed yet, is the fellowship part. Fellowship is lacking. But we do have some Lord of the Rings style burn it or back it takes that we're going to do now. So,
the moment
has arrived. Moment has arrived. So, wanted to start off with this. Because this is something we talked about, so this is important that we talk about this.
Jonah, you want to take my cards here?
No, I already.
Oh, you did? Okay, good. All right.
I get both.
Yeah, take the cards. No, take the cards. Why not both?
Why not both?
Okay, you ready?
I can do it.
So first one. No, take these. I'm doing the thumbs up. Okay. All right. The extended cuts are mandatory to watch for Lord of the Rings and enhance the movie so much more.
We did talk about this a little bit.
We did.
3, 2, 1. I'm gonna back it.
I'm gonna back it as well.
I'm gonna back it.
Yeah.
Easy. Unanimous.
Yep. Okay, perfect. It's what you said that just sold me.
Can I say I grew up on the theatrical versions and didn't see the extended cut until like 7 years ago? But like once I did, I've never gone back to the theatrical because you just, again, Jonah said it. You see so much that you're like, I can't rewatch the story without having that scene to add the context of certain pieces and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you telling me about the Saruman thing.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
That
that was enough that just sold me.
That's been a point of contention for a while.
It's so long to have to, if you want to watch through the movies, 12 hours of screen time is, like, that's crazy.
It's a slug, but it's like a good slug.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a 12-hour road trip. It's like a 12-hour flying in a plane that's doing loop-de-loops and backflips. Like, yes!
Yes.
Roller coaster.
I almost feel like now watching it, I feel like it might be easier to watch a second time because I think you know where it's going. You don't have to pay as close of attention. And I think it'd be like the perfect rainy day kind of sit in and look at your laptop a little bit, watch a little bit, look at your laptop. It's like perfect for that.
And you're not asking questions like, who's that guy? Why is he doing this?
Yes.
What does this mean? Yeah.
Yes, because Fellowship, the first time I watched it, felt very lore heavy to me, and I was confused by it.
I feel like I had to explain something.
Yes, you did, for sure. For sure. So, that's good. You want to do the next one?
Yeah. The army of the dead cheapens the final battle in Return of the King. I wonder who wrote this one.
3, 2, 1. Back it.
I'm gonna burn. I'm burning.
Both
burning it.
Jonah, what are you thinking?
Like how I said before, it's another sword stroke. It's another turning of the tides. They just because they're the last one and they overwhelm and they win. It's like, okay, did you want the good guys to lose? They had to win somehow.
No, it's not what the role is. It's who's doing it. That was my issue.
Aragorn had to go into the mountain.
It was characters you don't care about at all.
But who brought them there? They wouldn't have never been there if it wasn't for Aragorn.
I know, but it didn't feel as satisfying. When Lord of the Rings, you connect so much to these personal relationships of these characters that
like Aragorn.
Finally when Merry and Pippin are both there on the field together, all the cavalry has come and you're like, yes, this is the moment. You see all the people come from Rohan and it's like awesome. And then it's like these people that you've just not seen at all that don't even have like distinguishable things.
But it's with Aragorn.
I know, but he's
and Gimli.
Right, but he's
and
not
your
the one
favorite
that does
Orlando
everything. I know, but they should have just been there all along anyway. So it's not like it feels like extra, you know? To me, it felt a little too, like, for that to be the final blow that wins them the battle. It's like people you don't really know. That's like an undead thing. I don't know. I didn't love it. I wish it was something else.
To me, I feel like in a lot of these franchises, there's two different moments of payoff in every final battle. There's like the good rising up against evil, and then seeing all of that come together, and then there's the good ultimately getting the upper hand.
Yep.
And in this specific instance, they didn't have the manpower to do both at the same time. And so they light the beacons, the people of Rohan come, but it's only enough to really subdue Sauron's forces. It's not enough to defeat them. And so when the undead army and Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas come over the ridge and really overpower them, it's like then it feels like that satisfaction of Middle-earth finally taking back their freedom and power into their own hands over Sauron.
But I guess it's
So you get both payoffs.
Can I challenge a little though? I feel like Lord of the Rings was so good in the first movies, as you guys said, at building out the universe of feeling like you had villages and different things. I almost feel like it should have been more, I don't want to say human, but like more sort of something that made you feel like that was a section of actual, like, whatever.
That.
Instead of it just being these undead people that you've never heard about until right now.
Yeah.
Plot armor.
That's fair.
That's just right inside this cave. I don't know. I feel like there could have been... I love the direction of how they did it. How cool would it have been if the ships pulled up and it's like, boom, there's the city of blank that came through finally.
I'm sure there's something in the books that, like, introduces that early on.
Like, imagine if it was like they were wounded by the last king that was... way before or whatever, this whole city, and they like were outcast, basically.
They did explain the backstory, but again, like you said, it was like 5 minutes before they came into the picture.
Right. But like, how cool would that have been? Different city that was outcast, then all of a sudden Aragorn, because of him being himself and the perfect king he is, goes and draws them in, and that's who comes through at the end. And imagine it's like Aragorn and them think that they didn't get them. They go back, so they're helping in the final battle. They think it's all lost. The ships pull up then.
I agree. It could have been better.
I don't know. I just think
I
that
could have been
a lot cooler.
I'll still burn
No, it's fair. I mean, yeah, for the take. But I just think there was ways that you could have done that would have hit a lot harder for the Lord of the Rings universe of how well everything else is.
Sure.
Can
I ask, because we had this conversation briefly when we saw it in theaters, because it's whatever gripe you might have with it on an iPad, seeing it in the theater, it's going to be magnified.
Totally different. Yep.
Do the digital effects being kind of aged slightly from 2003, does that play into your dislike of the moment?
No, it does absolutely not, because I'll tell you what, I've seen so many movies from that era now that just same thing with the Pirates thing, like watching Davy Jones. They're so far ahead of their time in terms of what they're putting out. Honestly, it's unbelievable. Yep. So really, when you have the context, it doesn't even bother me at all. It doesn't usually for stuff like that, but it's really good. Like, honestly, it's totally like, I'm not even trying to say this. I think it's just serviceable enough.
Yeah, sure.
Like, you don't even really need to think too hard about it. It's just...
Okay, so it's more just...
Like, could it look better? Sure, but like...
You would have just liked to see the moment orchestrated a little
it's really not the look of it.
Okay.
It's more just, I guess, what I was trying to say. I just think it could have been better.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's nitpicks when you're giving a movie a 9.7 or 9.8,
You gotta find something.
It's like...
Sure.
It's like, that would have raised it just that little more. Right. Undead Army. That's what it is. Always comes back. Always comes back. All right, so
We've got gift today.
Yes,
10,000 figures of the undead.
Oh my goodness, man!
That's right. Okay, the battle at Helm's.
Wait,
what's that? Little interruption for that. I didn't know if you had that planned.
What's that?
The thing you hate. Guests got to bring a gift, right?
Yeah.
Well, so.
Are you serious?
I'm an automotive technician.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I procure things. And I know you guys personally. I know your gripes with good old Henry Ford here. I know how much you hate him.
Wow,
so I wanted to add this to the collection.
Wow, put that on the table.
That's hilarious.
Wow, dude. Thank you, man.
Because I have personally fixed this man's car before.
Yes,
and I hate it as well.
I will tell you what. If there's something I need, it's that, because... the worst issues ever. I will never buy a Ford ever again.
I've gone through two or three. I'm
absolute
good.
Garbage.
Yeah, American made. No, leave it to somebody else.
That's right.
Somebody else's problem.
Disney has reached out to us. Ford reached out to us recently, wanted to sponsor the podcast, and I said no.
Absolutely not.
I said absolutely not.
We'll buy you 3 cars for your whole family, rest of your lives. Nope.
That's right.
No, sir.
Absolutely not.
They'll all be broken by December of this year.
I can't believe that just happened. That's hilarious.
That's so funny, dude. Thank you, man.
That's so funny.
That's funny.
Should have brought the Undead Army, though.
Hey, there's always next time.
There's next time.
There's always next time. When you guys watch The Hobbit, come back.
No, when the next Lord of the Rings drops. Lord of the Rings Part 2.
All
right, so next one we're going to do for Burn Your Backet. The battle in Helm's Deep in Two Towers is better than Pelennor Field's battle in Return. 3...
Oh, gosh. Wait. Because now
it's really... okay. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to back it.
I'll burn it for the sake of burning it. Yeah.
Okay.
For the sake of differentiation.
Okay. Yeah.
But I understand.
People, right?
Again, we're dealing with, like you said before, it's the situation of gold versus gold. It's just which one do you think is a little shinier to you? It's personal preference.
I don't, but Helm's Deep is like...
Helm's Deep,
like,
dude.
if if Two Towers to me is a 9.5, like 8.5 of that is like
totally agree.
Helm's Deep.
For me, watching, like I said, Fellowship and watching the beginning of Two Towers, I was like, man, I'm kind of just, I feel like I'm not getting the Lord of the Rings thing I wanted. Helm's Deep happens, and I was like, okay.
yeah, dude.
I get it now.
Yeah. And then that's almost over, and then
rocks.
Gandalf comes up over the hill. Yeah.
It feels so much more dramatic to me. I know it's probably not in scale necessarily, but it just, because it's the first big issue you get.
Yeah.
And it's like, the
All
situation
seems
is,
lost.
yes, it's so tight, and the way they kind of shoot it, it feels like in the last battle they do, like, you see them start to enter the city, but it doesn't feel as close and intimate, I don't think, as Helm's Deep, and I think that makes it feel a lot more of like a King's Tale, and like you're just, I don't know, it's harder.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you
Yeah,
back that?
I'm backing it just
Okay.
because, like we were talking about with Return of the King, it's such a ebb and flow back and forth. No one is really, you can't say that one is, oh, yep, they're definitely winning.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this thing happens. Oh, the elephants come. Oh, the undead
Yes.
army. Versus Helm's Deep, it's just like, it's over from the beginning.
Yeah,
They're
yes.
trapped, and then this glorious moment of salvation from Gandalf when he comes back and returns with the light and shining through, just makes it.
It's so cool.
Makes it. And like you were saying, it makes Helm's Deep, you don't know how they're going to get out of it.
You're right.
You don't know what they're going to do.
Yep. And I love the way it's shot, that you get the other fight where it's just open fields kind of, and it feels so desolate, versus Helm's Deep is just, it's in like the pitted in, there's like the mountain kind of in it.
Yeah, the corner.
Yes, it feels so just
Smell
tight.
the orc's breath on you.
Yes, right. But it makes it just that much more dramatic when you're constantly seeing at each gate that they're coming through, and you've got nowhere to go. I think it just adds to the appeal, I think, in terms of how it feels as a fight. But yeah.
To me, I love, it's a similar situation, like when you kind of couple the orcs' advancement on the city of Minas Tirith, like in advance of the Rohan charge. I think about how it's similar. It's all hope is lost, and the city is about to fall, and then they hear the horns blast, and all the people ride up over the hill, and similar. It's almost like reversed, where it's like they're fighting for hope. Where in the Battle of Helm's Deep, it's like they think all is lost, and then the hope is the conclusion. Like, it's like they're fighting for hope and survival. And then when they get to that point where they've decided that that's no longer an option, then reinforcements come, but they're coming with the intention to die for the cause.
Yes.
And I love that the whole like charge when all of them are chanting death and they're running forward. Oh, it's just so good, dude. It's so good. And when the orcs, like, because they're clearly, they're inferior in numbers to the orcs, but it's like when the orcs realize that they're not slowing down, and it's just like a battering ram. They're just like running through them.
So good.
And the realization on their faces, it's dude, it's so good. But again, this one could go either way. You could convince me either way, but I'll differ and just for fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. I mean, there's
1
something.
pound of gold or 1 pound of gold?
Which one? Who you got? You want me to shuffle them behind my back?
That's perfect. That's perfect.
There we go.
Okay, I think we have like one or two more.
Yeah, we have two. I have one that we didn't write down.
Yeah,
but
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, please.
I'll save mine, because this is like probably the biggest debate in Lord of the Rings history. So you want to?
Okay, it's not the one I was about to say.
Maybe not.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you want to give yours and then?
Lord of the Rings is the best trilogy of all time. I don't. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Back it in all the way, baby.
I'm gonna burn it.
I'll back it.
But I'm not like, that's not a hater take. I think
it
it's if you say it is, I'm not like saying I disagree. I'm not disagreeing if you say that. I'm just not agreeing with it. Okay.
What?
I would give it to the Star Wars trilogy right now.
The OG trilogy.
I would still.
That's fair. That's a
But
good,
if
that's a
you
good one.
again, I'm not giving it its respect. It's definitely top 3.
Yeah, man. You're good.
But I'd put it there.
Am I totally crazy?
What?
I didn't see yours. Did you?
I backed it.
Okay. Yeah.
But am I totally crazy that if the Pirates of the Caribbean movie stopped at 3, it would be Pirates? Am I crazy?
Wow. Can you
Am I
redo the clip right now?
Pirates of the Caribbean, the original 3. If that's if we're considering that a trilogy and 4 and 5 spin-offs, it's my favorite trilogy of all time.
Wow.
I think it's the best trilogy. I love it so much.
Not
See, that's where it gets
maybe
hairy.
maybe not the best, but I personally could make an argument for the best based on how much I love it.
Yeah.
But again, it's all subjective.
Yeah.
But I feel there's an argument to be made that it is the best.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
It's the mixture of fun. It's epic. It's it's grandiose, but it's also like intimately character based. It's emotional. Hans Zimmer. What are you gonna do?
Blows you away.
Golly, dude. But again, I know there's the technicality that there's never been the distinction that this is the original trilogy and these are two spin-offs. It's always just been Pirates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can't really do that.
Yeah.
But I would back it that Lord of the Rings is the best. But I would say if Pirates
Objective best.
if Pirates were a trilogy with the two kind of being in the fray, I would be sitting here making an argument for Pirates.
Wow. It's a good take. It's an interesting take. You would say it's both your favorite and objective.
Yeah. What would you? Yeah.
Like the best as well. Okay.
First off, I just want to say, to be honest,
Uh-huh.
I've never seen all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Which ones have you seen?
Yeah.
I think I've just seen the first 2.
Oh, dude, you gotta see at World's End.
Please.
So-
I would
Oh my
kill
gosh.
to watch the end. At
I
World's
feel like
End.
I have to see them all now because it was such a long time ago.
4 and 5 absolutely stink.
Yeah,
but
don't watch 'em. Okay.
The first
Don't
3 are
watch 'em.
so good.
I'll be honest with you. Like,
Don't even.
I feel like you would really like them though. That's the thing. Like I know
Yeah.
you said you've seen them, but like I think if you gave them a fresh watch, that trilogy's so
right.
gas. There's like a couple things that like
Giddy just thinking about it.
for
So much
sure.
fun.
It's one of those like I don't mean to be the guy that says like forget certain things. There's some stuff in it where you're like if you think too hard, you're
Yeah.
like, what the heck? That like shouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's just like just have an absolute blast.
That's
with
it.
Like it's just so much fun.
It's awesome.
And you talk about like that kind of end feeling of Lord of the Rings where you get that crazy battle. The end of At World's End is like genuinely unbelievable. That 30-minute stretch is like the end game end, the Lord of the Rings end. It's like up there for me. It's one of the best battles I've ever seen. It's so good.
Would you consider? You said Endgame.
Yeah.
Referring to Marvel.
Yeah.
Would that be a trilogy?
We've had this conversation.
We have. That's an interesting
We
take.
We
It's very
proposed
interesting.
something last week on the
Yeah,
podcast
yeah,
because
you-
it's
you
4
address
movies.
this, address
It's 4
this.
movies.
All of the Avengers you're talking about.
There's
Up to yes.
Endgame.
Right, there's
Wait.
4. Well, there's 4 Avengers
not one
movies. There's
story.
Avengers 1, Age of Ultron, Infinity War, Endgame. But
Yep.
then there's going to be Doomsday and Secret Wars, and those are evidently directly tied to exclusively the events of Endgame. And so in my head, I was proposing last week. Is there a conversation then that there's 2 Avengers trilogies, and you have Avengers, Age of Ultron, Infinity War, and then you have the multiverse trilogy where it's Endgame, Doomsday, Secret Wars? Because apparently some of the choices that the characters make in Endgame disrupt the multiverse and cause the next 2 that we're about to get.
So here's the question, because I know how you said you feel about your take on conclusive endings and not feeling. Actually, I guess you're in favor of it. Would you consider the end of Infinity War with the snap and everything, like, is that conclusive enough to call that the end of a trilogy per se?
No, because
Okay.
That's fair.
it's not the end of a story.
Right.
It's
Okay.
continuing.
But it could
on
be.
of a
Yeah.
story.
If
I guess.
but here's the thing that's interesting. I agree with you. I agree with what you just said. But I also pushed back on myself last week, just saying it because at the same time, though, let's say Endgame doesn't exist. That's a very plausible ending. It could have just been that way.
Just a bad
Everybody's
ending.
just
It
depressed.
yeah, that everyone died. Like everyone dies and Thanos wins.
Yeah.
It could have happened.
Yeah.
It could have just ended there. I mean, we
It's a
know.
conversation to have.
Yeah. Hey, who would we be?
But trilogies, just the ones that are set before us.
Yes.
The best,
Yeah.
objectively, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's good. I don't dislike. I think I'm factoring a little bit of favorite in there, but I also don't think it's crazy to say the Star Wars.
No, if you're going to make an argument,
Yeah.
It has betrayal. It has redemption. It has love. It has
Yeah.
not love. It
Yeah.
has
I feel like
good
Star
and
Wars
evil.
2 was so groundbreaking, like at the time, and like some of the reveals in Star Wars are just so monumental. Where I feel like Lord of the Rings is like kind of sauce and aura. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the 2 worlds that have been painted in cinema that I can confidently look at and say you could not recreate that ever. You couldn't ever redo Star Wars.
Yeah.
There will never be another person that comes in and says this is this world I've concocted in my brain, and 40 years down the road there's Comic-Con events like centered around just this world that this one guy.
Yes.
It's never going to happen again.
Yeah.
like that's
Disney Park or something.
it's an anomaly. That's exactly it, dude. And it's same with Lord of the Rings. Like I don't think they could reboot Lord of the Rings and they could do the movies over again.
They've tried to with Rings of Power.
Yes, and they failed.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, They
didn't even try.
I don't think they could
Okay. I didn't
ever.
even try.
They could. I don't think they could ever run into the string of good fortune that they did with putting those movies together. I mean, they even tried with The Hobbit, and it's still, I think, head and shoulders above
was-
most other adventure
yeah.
stuff, but not Lord of the Rings. So I don't know, dude.
But then again, with The Hobbit, they were breaking one book up into 3
Yeah.
movies.
Yep.
Yep.
Just getting that cash.
Get
Hey,
that cash.
That's what it's all about.
All about
It's the true meaning of Christmas.
You had one for us, right? All the way back.
We have a couple more takes. I think what 2 more takes or something.
two
Two more
more.
hot takes.
Two more Lord of the Rings ones, and I think we'll do a few other ones.
All right.
Alright,
These
I have
cards are starting to get worn out.
already been alluded to by you, Jonah, but Sam
Yes.
is the true hero of the trilogy, not Frodo.
Not even 3. 2. 1. Back in it.
Come on, man.
I'll back it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the reason why I was debating is because he is the true hero, but at the same time, people don't give Frodo enough love.
Maybe not, but Sam
'Cause
was the
it-
hero when it counted.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen with either of them, without either of them. You know,
No,
so they're
that's
both
true.
needed.
That's true.
They're both the true heroes in our hearts.
They are. They are. So in some ways,
Because there was that one moment when Sam finds Frodo and rescues him when he's in Mordor, and he's about to give him the ring back, and he's like, "Oh, I'll give it to Frodo." He still overcomes it though.
yeah.
That was his moment of ring temptation, and albeit a quick moment, I think that speaks volumes to his character.
I
Yeah.
think I agree, dude. Let me take you back. Let me take you back to the Super Bowl 8 years ago. We got the Patriots versus the Eagles, and we've got the two giants duking it out all season long. Carson Wentz, quarterback of the Eagles, putting on an MVP caliber season. He tears his ACL or his Achilles or whatever right before the playoffs. What are you gonna do? We got nothing but this scrub Nick Foles, our backup. He stinks at football.
Yeah.
Nick Foles comes in. He takes them through the wild card. He takes them through the divisional. He takes them through the NFC
then what?
Championship, and then he wins them the Super Bowl. So I ask you, then, is Carson Wentz the hero of the season? Nay, it's Nick Foles. What? This is the case with Lord of the Rings.
That doesn't work.
And thus applies to Lord of the Rings. Frodo got it all the way, but who got it over the hump? It was Sam Wise
That-
Gandalf.
That doesn't work. Though.
He's the MVP.
That doesn't work though.
He's the true hero.
But that's not that analogy doesn't work.
I'm telling you, dude.
But it doesn't work.
Yes,
it doesn't
does.
work.
Yes, it does.
No, because Carson Wentz wasn't doing anything. They both. It's more like he came in as the new running back, and the two of them together took it. That would be the thing, right? Because it's not like
have
Frodo
two
just gets
quarterbacks at the same
sidelined.
time.
Well,
and then
Carson
Sam
Wentz
comes in.
Carson Wentz got him to a point, but when Carson Wentz fell short, Nick Foles stepped up and he won the whole thing. So I feel
No,
like
actually, I see what you're saying. I actually see what you're saying a little bit. I do.
That's like Nick Foles literally carrying Carson on his back during the Super Bowl.
I'm sure
know
that's
what?
the one
So
thing
you
he
know
didn't do.
That is a good take. That is a good take.
I do like that.
I take
No,
back
dude.
my. You can-
I
you
don't know.
can cut that.
I
You
entered
can
a
cut
flow
my
state there.
disagreeing.
I had the glaze went over my eyes for a second.
All right, you got the last one.
My last take, very
Okay.
easy,
Okay.
highly contested.
Uh-oh.
Nobody knows for sure.
Oh,
Why didn't the Fellowship just take the Eagles into Mordor?
Because they would have been spotted by Sauron immediately.
what
and
would he
shot
have
down
done?
with arrows.
What would he have?
Nobody's expecting a hobbit. A little hobbit.
I don't think
from
anybody's
Mordor?
expecting a flock of enormous eagles to fly into Mordor either. Just like
their faces. They're doing the.
I think Sauron
dive
being
bomb,
on top of the
drop
tower
the
and being
ring.
like, "Is that a hobbit?" would be the same as, "Is that an enormous flock of eagles headed into Mordor?" Is that the same? I feel like you know what I'm saying. That's the question.
He
So
feels the Willem Dafoe.
the so my hot take: the Fellowship should have taken the eagles into Mordor.
Oh, this is
Okay.
an actual.
This is an
Yes,
actual
I-
burn it or back it.
3, 2, 1, burn it.
I'm still
the
gonna burn
story?
it. I had to bring it up. I understand the logic. The logic is sound, but I had to bring it up.
Fire, burn it, or
Sad.
back it.
Here's what they should have done. They should have taken the Eagles outside. They should have at least taken the Eagles like halfway.
They could have.
That would have been a lot
Well, the
easier.
thing is, the Eagles are like their own. It's like a people group in
so-
Middle Earth. Like they're a conscious,
I bet the
founded
Eagles-
group of.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I ask you this: when you go to like a stadium for like a big concert or something, and you can't park like right next to it,
Take a-
you
Why don't you just take an eagle to your seat?
It's a great point. It's a great point. But what are you gonna do? You're gonna walk the whole way to the stadium, or are you gonna take an Uber until you get like at least a mile away from the stadium?
If it's there, man, I'll
like
tell
it's
you
like
what.
why not? Right?
Yeah.
I bet the
Take
Eagles
an
are
Eagle.
unionized. That's why. That's why they said we're not doing this.
We going all the way, or we're not doing it at all? That's, matter of fact, no.
You're right.
Such a funny, they would take the Eagles to the stadium. That's revolutionary stuff has been made.
Well, there you go. That's our Bernard Baggett.
That's Bernard Baggett. Do we have a few more though of the regular ones, right?
Oh yes.
Yes.
That was our Lord of the Rings Bernard
Bernard
Baggett.
Baggett from
one
that.
Bernard Baggett to rule them all.
Wanted to ask you a couple ones because I know a few of these might hit for you. Hopefully, Cars is the most underrated Pixar movie.
Ooh. In the world or here in this room?
In the world, I think. 3, 2, 1. I'm backing it. Yeah,
I'm bagging it 100%.
I'm backing it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a huge Cars guy. I love Cars.
Yeah.
You barely mentioned it in the one episode.
I know.
I was
I
working,
praised
and
it,
had
didn't I?
my earbuds,
It's because no character in
and I
the
was
movie
crying.
reminds me of my dad. So. No reason to bring it up.
Ramon.
Where is it for
That's
you?
who it is.
Sarge reminds me of my mom.
Where does it place for you in terms of top Pixar?
I know I just ragged on Sam for being like, but I'm gonna say it. Well, when I was growing up,
Yeah. Okay.
But again, it's Pixar, dude. That's what it's about.
Yeah, go ahead.
2008 Honda Odyssey.
Yeah, dude.
We had that in the B movie in the
So
flip down.
it was the Creatures, B movie, Cars.
The sea
Monsters.
monsters
Sea
stayed
Monsters.
home.
Oh,
Sea monsters
it stayed
was
home.
behind a glass.
Oh,
a glass
not
door.
the Honda Odyssey. No, absolutely
That was
not.
not. But that was.
It's not good
again,
enough for
that
it.
was one growing up. If you can't tell already, I enjoy cars.
Yeah.
So just like
Yeah.
that racing element is cool to me. The whole humbling of Lightning McQueen,
Yeah.
I think is something that a lot of movies don't do. They have this cocky character. And I'm probably completely wrong on this.
No,
I'm sure
no.
people are going to be like, here's 10 movies.
They always do. They always do.
But that is my favorite. Hero to zero to hero. Story.
It's great. It's a great story, dude.
It is great.
It's great.
It is great. I almost feel like the character of Lightning McQueen is not underrated, but the movie itself is.
Yes.
Yep.
Like he's a very big brand name. So when you see that clip of like which one's underrated, people are gonna be like, no, it's not. But I think the movie, like most people don't regard it as that great of a movie. It's solid. It's okay. It's very good. It's very, very good.
Top 3 Pixar movie.
Really? You think so?
Wow.
Top 3.
I'm a big Cars guy, and I'm with you. I put it probably top 5. I'll probably go top 5.
Okay.
It's not. It's top 10 for
So
me.
good.
I think I have it 9 or 10.
See, I
love
think that's a little. I think you could go higher.
It's a little low.
It's
probably
gotta be
could.
top 10.
I
It's gotta
probably
be
could.
top 10. What would you?
It's
What
not
would
a
you?
passing mention.
What would be some of your other Pixar ones, or at least like animated ones? Did you like? I assume you weren't part of like the Moana age or anything like that.
The first movie I cried to was Toy Story 3. I saw that in theaters.
Yes.
When they're about to go in the fire.
Oh my
I
gosh,
was
dude.
like, what is
I'm
my
so
feeling
glad you
right
said
now?
that. Dude, that's my. I think that's my number one
Toy Story
Pixar.
3. It's
Yeah.
not my favorite Toy Story movie. Toy Story 2.
Really?
Toy Story 2.
Okay.
But
I'm
Toy
fine
Story
with
3
that. Good company.
is
We keep good
More
company.
emotional.
like
you-
it got the
Yeah,
the
got you
waterworks
feeling-
flowing.
Dude,
Yeah,
the
man.
end of it, dude. When they say goodbye to Andy
done.
and he plays with them one last time, dude, like that made me like a little like choke up. It's
Oh my gosh, dude.
it's so good, especially when you have the culmination of the first 3. Talk about trilogies, man. That trilogy deserves some praise, man.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it should be in the conversation. I think.
So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you're right.
Especially if you leave it with 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else is in there? Sorry,
That's it.
That's it. It's
Not
Cars, Toy
Finding
Story-
Nemo.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, Sam. It's an
We drift
okay
further and
Pixar
further from
movie.
God every day.
I never connected with that.
Dang it, man.
Yeah.
Did I really grow up thinking like everybody liked that movie? And it was just
No, a lot of
It's not
people do
bad.
like
It's
it. A
not
lot of
bad.
people. That's
It's
exactly
just-
what I
it
said.
just
It's
didn't-
fun. It's
okay.
solid.
Okay, it's just not the best.
I just don't think it should be deserving of being
7.8.
Like, wow, is that what you give it? I gave it. I said to him last week. I said I'd probably give
right
it
on
like a
par with
7
Two
out of 10.
Towers or Fellowship. What did you say? Sorry.
So, yeah, 7.8 for
You
Fellowship.
said 7 out of 10.
I was saying 7 out of 10 for
flat.
Nemo.
Okay.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably where I'd sit with it.
So we're talking about Pixar, Cars.
Yeah.
getting back into the racing movie thing, I was listening to your episode on your greatest movies, your ranking of movies for 2025.
Yep.
Yeah.
F1 should not be in the top 10.
Shouldn't?
not.
Whoa!
Should
Not even
not.
in it?
What?
Wow,
I thought you liked
dude.
solely.
Whoa.
I thought I talked to you about this.
No,
man.
but
Were you
I-
listening?
I guess not. Well,
No.
So
It was-
you mentioned something about like, oh, F1 fans, like it's not exactly
Okay,
like
yeah.
this. That's not my gripe with it. My gripe is with the story, the plot.
oh, really?
I feel like this is one of the most cliche wannabe 80s action
Interesting.
hot guy gets the girl, wins the races, all this and that. It's just like, how many times has that been done? One of my biggest gripes is I don't know the actor who plays the technical director.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh yeah, the Scottish
She's
lady.
Yeah.
the daughter in Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Mike's daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be this like really independent female character. She divorced her husband and doesn't need no man.
Yes.
And she's like, Brad Pitt, I don't need you. I'm in this great position by myself. And then he woos her one night in this one night stand. And
I agree with you
completely
on that.
destroys her
Right,
credibility.
and then Javier
Completely
Bardem's
ruins-
character like bursts
Yep.
in and he's like, I know he's in here, and she's like, what do you think I'm that type of girl? And he's right behind me.
It's like, all right, now,
He's right behind me.
so
Yeah.
all this credibility she built up was just like, all right, time to
Yeah.
go back to this classic 80s trope.
Yeah.
Hot guy gets the girl, and he's just this washed up racer, but I'm amazing in the highest motorsport league possible, and I win. In the end, I was like, if this was to go the way that every 80s movie action trope went, he would have won the race. I didn't want that. I would have loved for his teammate to win the
Yeah.
race, to be like, I've had my chance. I've had my glory. Time to give it up and let the next generation take this on. Kind of like Cars. Lightning McQueen's like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care about the win, man.
That's where I
that's
thought
an
it was
interesting
going, to
take.
be fair.
Yeah. I did
That's
too.
where I thought, and that's where I wanted it
Can
to
I
go.
say-
And it stole it from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say I agree and disagree with you on that? I agree with everything you're saying, but I almost felt actually like the modern age thing now is that the teammate would have won. That I almost feel like in more movies I've seen recently, it feels like usually that's the way they go. That when he ended up winning, I was like, oh, I actually didn't see that coming. But I get what you're saying. It is a good take. I think the story, there's nothing groundbreaking about anything that happens. It's just a fun movie. And it's
Yeah, I
just
mean,
a well-done movie.
That would be my thought. Is you're absolutely correct on literally every single thing you said, and if those are gripes, I totally get it. I think for whatever reason, it just being like a America movie, for some reason that fired me up.
Yeah.
I think it was okay for me.
I
But I agree about the female
yes.
character. That's very
such a
valid.
good take.
Yeah.
It's really bad that they did that. He shouldn't have gone with her.
The actual racing in those scenes, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like that first scene when he's in the 24 Hours of Daytona and he was ripping in that Porsche or whatever he's in.
Yes.
Led Zeppelin playing in the background. Chills.
Yes,
Chills.
It's great. I think they almost should have
Great
done
racing scenes.
Yeah,
Story.
what they did with Peter and Gamora in Guardians 3, where it's almost like Peter keeps trying to get Gamora as to be like the guy or to be with her again, and they come to the end and they're okay to being friends. Where it's like if Brad Pitt kept trying to do it and then she was like, no, I can't do this, but we can be friends, and they have like a moment where they still have like some sort of connection, but it's not that way.
Yeah.
Would have been
And
cool.
it was just like, it was one night and then he got her. It's just
Yeah.
like, come
Yes.
on.
It's a little too whatever. Yeah. Well, it's a Brad Pitt movie. I mean, what you know he's gonna have
Like,
something.
I
coming
have
on.
something in my contract. I need to kiss a girl.
I would not doubt if that were true.
If I don't get the girl,
I
I'm not
would
doing the
either.
movie.
I
Yeah.
would not either.
Can I say I think it would have been cool, touching on Cars, I think it would have been actually creative for them to do something where it's, even if you have to add another race, for there to be one race where somewhere along the way, whether it happens before or after the what's his name, Damson Idris's character, when his character totals his car and gets injured, whether it be right before that or right after, it would have been interesting if, because of their dynamic being so at each other's throats the entire time, and Damson Idris's character feeling upended by Brad Pitt's character, Brad Pitt just trying to prove himself, and this guy's just in his way.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if that culminated to a point where maybe, rather than, you could still have him. You could still. I'm trying to think of what to say here. You could still have the dynamic where Damson Idris crashes or something like that, but maybe you could also have a situation where maybe they finish and it's too close to call or something like that. I know that's so hard to do with F1 because they're going so fast. It's like there's a clear, you know what I'm saying? But like something like a Cars thing where it's like it's too close to call, and then that just kind of. But then you could have Brad Pitt kind of make that sacrifice play or something, and
F1
then
does have a point structure. So if like there's a tie, like a 3-way tie or something, it's the two of them. But the point of that movie was they were the worst team, so they literally just needed to win one race.
I see.
So you would have to kind of recreate a whole nother story.
Okay, so maybe
which
you're right.
I have no problem with. Cause the foundation is not there.
I just kind of disliked most about that movie it felt a little egregious with Brad Pitt's character trying so much to disrupt the race and being so calculated with it, waiting extra long in the pit until every time the top people were right out. And it's not that he did it one time; he did it like
every
multiple times over.
On
and the movie, they keep mentioning, they're like, "Man, he's going to get penalized if he keeps doing this," and then nothing happens.
Never happens.
Like that did kind of bother me at the end. I was
he
like,
would be kicked out of F1.
Yes.
They'd be like, "You
It's a
are
little
endangering people's lives at this point."
Yes, because I know at least I haven't seen much F1, but I know with NASCAR, it's like whenever things like that happen where they like even nudge into somebody else, it's super frowned upon. That like you even if it's allowed,
NASCAR,
you get a
Robert is
horrible
racing.
name. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's a very valid conversation to have. Then.
Yeah.
Because I think every complaint. Yeah, I guess it depends on if you're going in there looking for just like a hype me up America type movie.
Yeah.
Or
Well, it's just very fun.
Right.
And it's well shot.
I think Javier Bardem's character should have just hopped in the car and won the race for him.
Yeah. Heads or tails.
Man. What else do we got?
You wanted to do?
Yeah. Are we going into what?
Well, first off, I wanted to mention real quick. As I know you are big with you play electric guitar, you play trumpet, you've done a lot of stuff. So, I know you like this movie. As a band player yourself, J.K. Simmons in Whiplash gives you PTSD. This is a take for you only.
Now,
Special edition.
I went to college for music. I have my very high associate's degree.
Yeah, hey.
Instrumental performance.
More than me. More than both of us.
My experience is definitely going to be different than other people's, but not at all. That movie, to me, is not an accurate representation of the competitiveness in music schools. My professors were all great, kind people. Nobody threw a cymbal at my head. Nobody stopped one measure into the song and was like, "Oh, you're wrong, you're flat." It's like the point of music is not to be like when you're a performer. Yes, you want to be perfect, but nobody is going into a practice. You need to be perfect, like literally like a machine, perfect. And this might be different in like conservatories and things where there is a lot more competition. I don't do music as a career, but yeah, there were times when professors yelled, but that was because some people in the band were so far behind. It wasn't like, "Oh, you were 1 BPM off?
Sure.
You're done."
Are you rushing or dragging?
No moments like that.
Okay.
If that were the case, would that have been a device to motivate you, like Miles Teller's character, or would that have like you would have just given?
Yeah, who would you have been?
Yeah, how would? Because I don't honestly think in his position there's shame in either direction.
No.
I think it would have been totally understandable if he walked away.
Yeah, I probably would have cried.
How would you have responded? As a musician, like, does your love of music, would that overpower?
Just love of the game.
Would
Miles Teller's character? What's his name again?
I have no idea.
Miles. His name is Miles.
Yeah,
right now.
Miles.
Drummer boy
himself,
the little drummer
I don't
boy.
know what it is.
If he
Neiman or something.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're right.
something,
Yes.
I can't remember.
So Neiman, he wanted to be the best. He wanted to be the best musician. He wanted to be like all the jazz greats. If I wanted that, I think I would have pushed myself harder and probably gotten into the level of a conservatory where that is mandatory. But J.K. Simmons, he wanted that for him as well. So they both wanted that, and so they both expected that level of perfection out of each other.
Yeah.
Versus most jazz school, like jazz is not really the hottest music at this time period right now. But even I don't know, in just like a regular conservatory, I don't think that is close to an accurate representation. It makes for a great story and a great movie.
Yeah.
With that,
Dang good movie.
How far do I push myself to be the best? Like, do I even sacrifice my love for the craft just to be the best?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good story, but I don't think.
Well, since you're married, that's
accurate.
probably we got your tale then, right? So you went to school, but you got pushed. And you said, yeah, you didn't give in.
Gave up.
I gave him my
You're
dream.
just somebody who gave up.
It's too hard.
Man, and I think with that, I'm glad you brought that up because I would have accidentally skimmed over that.
Yeah,
Went straight to our next conversation. We have an in-house super fan of Breaking Bad here.
Yeah,
the Gilligan-verse.
Right.
Some call it the Gilligan-verse between Breaking Bad, El Camino, and Better Call Saul.
Yes.
And we would be remiss if we don't touch on this sprawling universe.
We did. We actually got a listener question, request a few weeks ago, asking if we could rank the three. So that's something I kind of wanted to fill out. So we got to do that. We got to do a ranking of El Camino, Breaking Bad, and Better Call Saul.
I would couple a rating in there. I'd do ranking and rating as
Yes,
you go.
yes. So how would you go ahead and do that? Can you rate and rank the three real quick for us?
So, number 3,
Uh-huh.
El Camino.
Yes.
And it's not its own fault. It's a movie. It's much shorter. It doesn't have that much time to flesh out like a television show. So,
Yep.
unfortunately, something's got to go in there.
One's got to go.
One
One's
has
got to
to
go.
One has got to go.
2 Towers, number 3. Number 2 is gonna have to be Better Call Saul, and number 1, Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Everything flows out of Breaking Bad. Without Breaking Bad, you don't got no Saul.
No.
You don't got no Camino.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
sheesh.
Wow.
Talk about Ian McKellen dropping bars. I mean, Jonah McKellen, they call him. That's right. Would you give
Is there a
where are the
perfect 10
two
in there?
ratings for those? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Are you going like into like the 9+ territory for them?
For the shows?
Yeah,
I would say so.
for both of them.
Better Call Saul, or
Is Better Call Saul like a? I would give it like a 9.2 for me.
9.3 was what I was thinking
Okay.
for Saul.
Yeah. Okay. I'm good with that.
It is. There's some seasons that drag a little bit more than others.
Yeah.
But they're still fun. Like
Agreed,
there wasn't
yes.
one season that I was like, this one sucked.
Yeah, it's just a fun lawyer show.
Yeah. I wish
The first 2 seasons, at least.
I wish the change from in the last season from present or
Past.
the past
Right, to current
present day,
Yeah.
wasn't just so like, oh, story's wrapped up.
Sure.
Now we only have our black and white films. I wish that we had a little bit more interspersing of like what life was like for them.
I
after
like that. Take.
You had that
That's a
take
great
too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Yeah. That's a great take.
Yeah. And then Breaking Bad, 9.
No notes.
I think it's 10.
9.9. The Fly episode is the
the point one. The point one. The Fly.
Wow.
You know what's I think it's a 10 out of 10 for me, man.
I think so, too,
It's
dude.
just unbelievable. If I can have one episode that I can specifically point to, and it's not even that bad. It's just like a regular episode of most TV shows. It's like if that can be the thing you point out
the
so
worst
specifically.
episode?
That's it, dude.
I mean, it's got everything.
Apparently Vince
Literally
Gilligan
everything.
wrote that episode because they needed one more and they had run out of money in their budget.
Are you serious?
And
Is
it's
that actually
still
real?
like an 8.5.
That's
I think.
hilarious.
You know what I
it's
mean?
like it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just
Even like the dialogue at the end about Jane or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's still great. You know what I
I
mean?
think the thing that was so shocking about The Fly is that episode, it builds and builds that you're so used to the payoff of these crazy moments that you do think he's finally going to slip and say the thing.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't. And you're like, oh, okay. Like, it just didn't happen. And it's fine for the story. It doesn't really cause any harm. It's just that you're so used to it spiraling and this bad thing. Oh, is this bad thing going to finally happen? Yep, here it goes. And you're like thinking it's finally going to happen. And it's like, oh, no, you're good. You're good. Next episode. It's just funny, you know, how they do all that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I want to do this next. We have Gustavo Fring is the best villain in movies or TV.
The greatest villain of all time.
The greatest villain of all time.
Are we burning and backing it?
Yes.
We're doing okay.
3, 2, 1. I gotta burn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn.
I wish I could back it.
Best television.
One of the,
know what?
one of the
If
most
we-
well written.
Best TV villain, yes. I think so.
Oh.
I think so. I think so.
I gotta think. I gotta run through my
I'll
TV
say,
people.
Honestly, though, I would put him, if we're talking villains, man, I'd put him...
Well, I mean, Walter
he's
White.
high up there.
Like, would you consider Walter... Because he's not a hero.
He's an
He's...
anti-hero.
I don't know. He's not like a classic villain, though.
He's our protagonist, though.
But then,
The
who
story
do you
revolves
call...
around him.
Yeah, it does, right? And it's like, who are you going to
you
call?
hate
Jesse
him.
Pinkman? Is he just the only...
I think Jesse Pinkman's the hero of the story.
You think so?
I think he
But
is.
he's kind of wrong in his own way, too. He's just the only one that's been, like... He's the only one truthful about it.
Sure, he's the guy that was dragged into it, kind of.
Yeah, he's the guy that, like, you know when you know somebody that is, like, trying to fake a front versus the guy that's just honest that he kind of stinks?
Yeah.
It's like that.
I don't know if there's a hero of this story. It's a tragedy. It's the tragedy of Walter White. It's not... Nobody wins
Yes.
in this.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Maybe
know-
Walt,
That's a good take.
Do you know
Walt
who the
Jr., who gets all the money when he turns 18. He's the real hero of the story.
Do you know who the real villain is?
Time to get some new crutches.
Skyler. Oh,
Skyler.
greatest TV's greatest villain.
That's perfect. I think he
Ted
is...
Beneke.
If I had to put in my favorite, though, I think he's top 3 for me all time.
Gustavo.
Yeah, Gustavo.
Movies and
I
TV.
think he's unbelievable. Yeah, top 3.
And you think he's the best TV villain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd put him there with... I'd put him... I love Kingpin in the Netflix Daredevil. Love him.
I think I go to Dr. K and Stranger Things 5. It's close. It's close.
It's a close conversation.
Now, maybe he's in the conversation for TV's best villain for sure. I don't.
You don't
But
think-
I think
who would you put above
well, in my head, it depended going into the conversation on whether you consider Walter White a villain or not. Because I think that
fair.
he would be TV's best villain if you are considering him.
But
to
the
be
thing
one.
that's
Is
tough is...
Anakin Skywalker a villain in the prequels?
for about 10 minutes.
Is that where you're... Oh, I see what you're trying to get at. I mean...
But I don't think Walter White is like.
But can I... But here's the
I
issue.
guess Anakin
It's
chooses-
them pitted against each other. That's the thing. Walter and Gus pitted against each other, and you're not rooting for Gus. So in theory,
Are
you're
you
kind
sure?
of...
Walter White is just some ragtag dude
Yeah,
who's making
but-
meth in an RV.
but Gus
and
is not
he's
any better.
Screwing up Gus's whole system. And they could work together and make so much money. But Walter's
You
ego...
are done.
He wants to build... I'm in the empire business. he wants to take over everybody. He doesn't have to. He's still going to be rich guy regardless.
Yeah, sure, man.
It's true.
Wow.
Wow, that's good.
There you go.
That's very good.
I think we settled it.
Yeah, I
today.
feel good about that. I feel good.
That's a good bookend.
That's a good way.
Wow.
Do you have anything burning on your chest still? Are you feeling happy? Feeling
Or
satisfied?
backing?
Yeah. You'll have more disagreements the next time. You know. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. You feeling good?
Next 34 episodes.
That's right.
Storing it all up.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll have you on every 34 episodes. Yeah.
You can keep the tally going.
That sounds
the tally
good.
going.
Yeah, I feel pretty good, dude.
Yeah. Good.
Man.
Okay. Well, dude.
Anything you want to shout out for the people? Anything you got going on? What do you got going on? Anything you're excited about aside from Odyssey? What do you got? What are you feeling?
Nope.
No?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Hey,
I think
that's all good.
Man,
It's Friday. It's Friday.
It's Friday night.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
people are ready to go
Gotta
home.
shut the
sleep.
brain off.
Gotta get some shut eye.
That's all right.
But dude, thank you for coming on. Really,
Absolutely.
we're excited to
Of course.
have
Thank
you
you
on
guys
for
having me.
and doing the whole.
Could not think of a
Watch.
better guest.
No, no.
I could.
We thought no. Okay. I'm
Emotional
back.
Sam. This is
But as always, some things don't need a conclusion, just a cut off.